I get my life together over here. Okay. I wasn't multitasking as good as I normally do, but here I am. Here we are. Thank you for pulling up. Welcome to another episode of On the Block with Jen. I'm YouTube's devil's advocate, Jen. You can reach me on all social media platforms. If you're here for the first time, I am available online everywhere: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, On the Block with Jen at Gmail. If you want to email me about anything, you have a question, you have a topic, you have a suggestion, you got interviews you want to do, you want us to partake in an interview, you want us to dissect a topic, okay? Throw it at On the Block with Jen at Gmail. Easy to find. It is On the Block with Jen. It is not Jen on the Block. Okay? It's On the Block with Jen. I'm going to quiz you later. I am not Jen on the Block. It's On the Block with Jen. Just think of on first. You are on the block. If you want to support the show, and speaking of support, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for everyone who cash apps me, okay, when I'm not on air and you're just catching a replay. Salute. Thank you, because you ain't got to do it, and you do. So I'm eternally grateful. Again, Cash App is for discretion. I always say, a lot of people don't like other people seeing where their money is going. Some people don't give a rat's damn. They're like, yeah, threw some money in the super chat. What you gonna do? But for those people that want to keep it private, Cash App is for you. On the Block with Jen, it is scrolling on the bottom. I'm going to start something real soon. I'm going to start playing people's music for a fee, okay, for a week straight on the Block with Jen. So if you want to promote, I am starting to deal with people who want to promote and put their money behind the promotion. Now, Jen is really, really nice, and I'll put people on just because, some GP, but this is a business. So a lot of you are always sending your mixtapes around and bombarding people's DMs and Instagrams and emails with your mixtapes. You can pay the lady, and I will play it here for you every single intro, okay, for a week straight. We'll get into that. Just putting the word out there, okay, for any of you who are dropping mixtapes, doing music, whatever kind of music it is, or whatever kind of art you're into. I'll be more than happy to help promote you for a fee, of course, right? Because it takes money to make money. It takes money to make money. Okay, guys, now that we got that out the way, let's get the lovely and talented Lily up here. What's the block about without Lily up here giving you the eye? The side eye of life. Hi, Lily.
The side eye come from my mom. I get the shade, honestly. It's in the DNA.
Okay. They need the shade. They need the shade. The shade is necessary, okay?
Nothing wrong with a little shade every now and then.
How are you, Lily? So as you can see, I came barreling in here.
We both did. Like, if people only knew.
If they could see behind the scenes, we're going to have to do that one day. We're going to have to record the behind the scenes, because it is pandemonium back here, backstage. Okay. It is pandemonium. And then it's like, good morning, everyone. How are you?
No, it's so freaking funny. That's why I text you. I said, you know what? I think us entertainers have to be crazy in order to stay sane.
Oh my God, for sure.
It has to balance out. We can't be too sane, because it'll drive us crazy for real, for real.
For real. We have to, we're wired different. I always say entertainers, artists are wired differently. We're just wired different. Yeah. It's like I don't know, there's what can I say? There's peace in the chaos in some strange way.
Yeah, it is. It is. Mm-hmm. I need it.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me feel like I'm alive and I'm breathing. So.
Yeah, right. Always something to do. Tristan! Hi, Tristan.
What's up, Tristan?
Tristan said, if your life matters, the like button, hit that. Yeah.
I'm here for that.
Yes, we are here. Lily. Adidas cut ties with Beyonce, Queen Bee.
Yes. I guess the thongs and the ass cheeks. I knew that was I was like, oh, this is the last ditch effort. You know, I was like, anytime the queen gotta put her booty cheeks out in the streets, you know, I was like, oh, them Ivy Parks ain't hitting it out the park. I guess.
I'm like, I mean, Beyonce showed her ass literally for y'all. She put on a thong, gave you her whole ass, the new lipo ass and little waist. And you guys did not buy Ivy Park slash Adidas. You didn't buy Beyonce's apparel. What is going on with y'all? Beehive, you dropped the ball.
But you know what? I'm not shocked because I'm gonna be real with you. The only people I was seeing really wearing it were
Celebrities?
celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Mm-hmm.
it.
I think they marketed it. First of all, I don't think Beyonce can sell clothes. She's not that girl. She's great at a host of other things.
Mhm.
She is not that girl. Okay. Every time she's tried a clothesline, it is tanked. And that's because, my opinion,
Mhm.
and Lily, you could jump in because you are a fashion queen.
Mhm.
She has no innate natural swag,
Mhm.
right? You know how people come from another state or New Yorkers, like we just have that natural way we wear, and it's beyond hip hop, but we just have a natural way. If a shoe does come out or a top does come out and it's trending, we have a way of remixing it. We have like this natural swag, right? Yes, I'm blowing up New York. Okay, I know y'all get mad when New Yorkers give New York props, but it is the fashion mecca,
It is.
okay, of the world. You can't deny it. There are a lot of fashions, trends, and styles that come out of New York City. That is just a
Yes.
fact. And Beyonce to me was always some very sheltered country bumpkin. So in her defense, not that she needs it, in her defense, very sheltered life. There's not a lot there that she was able, you know what I mean, to grind out on her own. And that builds character,
Yes.
right? But if you're sheltered, you're a little pageant baby. She was in baby pageants, then she was in toddler tiaras, then she was a teenager doing pageants, and then from there she got shuffled to auditions and
Starstruck.
shuffled to rehearsal by her dad. Then after that, now you're on tour buses and your parents are hawks on there. So she didn't have a lot of opportunity to really find herself, I would say. And I just think that that comes out in her fashion. Whenever you don't see her on stage and she's just casually running around, Beyonce looks corny as fuck.
Yeah, whenever she doesn't have her stylist and her team and stuff like that. And there's quite a few people like that. Whenever the
Mhm.
stylist is all for the day, you can tell.
Yes.
Whitney Houston was that way, rest in
Yes.
peace. Britney Spears
Hmm.
has always been that way. She's gonna have that permanent black eyeliner, this smudge. Her tracks are
Hmm.
gonna be showing.
Hmm.
She's gonna look like she crawled out of a trailer park in Louisiana every single time. It's never going to fail. Like never, I've never ever not seen her look like that if she's not going on stage or going into an interview. It's like two different people.
Right. A lot of pop stars are that way. When they're not equipped with the glam squad, you get to see what their personal style is. And in no way, shape, or form am I saying that you have to be dressed up all the time. I'm saying even when you're casual, there's a certain swag about you. Even when you're
Right.
casual with the jogging pants, you know what I mean? Even when you're casual. So I think Beyonce, the reason why that line fails, just no one cares what she wears. No one cares what she wears. They just want her on. Now they'll pay $2, $3, $4, $5,000 for them concert tickets, but they don't care about what she wears. And sometimes, certain pop stars, they just can't. They don't transcend that thing that they do, where it's like, somebody like Rihanna. You know what I mean? She's doing makeup and she's doing clothes and she's doing lingerie and she's doing, not even doing her music so much anymore, but she conquered that as well. And some pop stars are just dynamic that way, where it's like
Yeah.
everything they put out is a hit and you want it and you want to be a part of them. But for some reason Beyonce is not that. So I think it's her lack of fashion sense, but also she doesn't connect to the people. Like the toxic fandom swarm of hers is basically because everyone's fighting with someone online. They just pick who they're going to idolize. But remember, we spoke about before, everyone has that swarm in their comments. Everyone, Rihanna, Mariah Carey, Drake, anybody. And everybody has that rabid swarm where if you're going to say something about them, they're going to attack you. And so it's not exclusive to Beyonce. People
It's
talk about the beehive, but a lot of celebrities have these rabid fans. So that's not even exclusive to her. That's just you're rich or famous, and people are going to attach themselves to that and live vicariously through you.
Right.
That's all that is. But for some reason, they just not feeling it. So Adidas cut ties. They lost a lot of money, hundreds of millions, and they cut ties with Miss B. BB is gone.
And the thing is that I'm glad you brought up the swarm and the fans and stuff like that, and how it doesn't necessarily transcend into buying things. They just want to be angry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to be mad at someone. But that don't mean they're gonna go out and purchase anything to support you.
Right.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
we've seen this a lot lately, which is perfect for the topic that we are going to have tonight. This is
Mm-hmm.
perfect leeway into this, because we look at which is she's this person I'm about to name I actually really like, but
Mm.
I'm just as fucked up as everyone else because I didn't buy nothing either.
Oh.
Okay, but but I love me some Coi Leray, right?
Ah,
I
okay, yeah, I think she's adorable.
She's adorable. I love the way she moves. If you've ever, have you watched any of her interviews?
Not interviews, but I've seen her dancing, like rehearsing on her own and stuff. But I don't know what her mindset is.
Oh, her mind. She just, you wanna just take her at home with and just protect her and just
Okay.
watch her and like it, like she's got it. She's got it to
Okay.
me, right? And she's put the work in, right? Because she didn't
Mm,
just come from nowhere. And we know she has a famous dad who had his
mhm.
own set of success and things like that. But
Right.
she wanted nothing to do with that. She's
That I heard. That I
Oh,
saw.
baby. She did everything to disassociate from all of that and to create her own lane, her own sound, her own
Mhm.
connections. But then when she dropped her album, it fell. And it was just like,
Okay.
but she still dominates on TikTok.
Oh, I mean, she owns TikTok.
She owns TikTok.
She
So
owns TikTok. It's crazy her over there on TikTok.
yeah. So I guess it's like it's not translating into album sales per
Hmm.
se,
Hmm.
but she's still doing her thing and I'm proud of her and I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
But
And
I
the way I know she didn't use her dad like for all, I mean, yeah, it helps, right?
yes.
But the reason why I know she didn't is because I found out way later, and not even via her, that Benzino was her father. I had to see like beef on in a vlog, and it was like, what? That's Coilore's father? Oh, okay, all
Yeah.
right. So she definitely didn't use it like, I'm a Jackson, right?
Yeah.
No, she's like she didn't want anything to do with them, and they're estranged, unfortunately, right? But yeah, they're estranged. But yeah, I think she's adorable. And she seems like she's very true to herself, and a lot of people can relate to her in her age demographic, and that's important. I think with Beyonce, goes along with what Haran said too. Beyonce can't speak very well, hence
Oh,
she doesn't do interviews. Like
oh,
whenever she does an interview, she sounds to me like a special ed kid, right? And I
it's
think,
painful.
right, it's like you want to help her finish her sentences. Do you not?
It
It's
is
like, come on,
painful.
you could get to the end of the sentence. Come on, Beyonce, you could
I
do
can't watch that lady talk. I can't watch her talk. I can't. It is so painful. It sounds like a child
it.
who's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it sounds very childlike, very
Mm-hmm.
like you always say, she sounds very sheltered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Whenever I look at Beyonce, I always see a slave. I always see a slave. I don't see a happy person. I don't see a
Mm-hmm.
free person. I see a worker bee.
Mm-hmm.
I see someone who means a lot to a lot of people
Oh
around
yeah,
her.
yeah.
And I will go as far as like I go further than sheltered. Just I see slave. I just don't see yeah. I mean, I literally every time I look in that woman's eyes, I get this pain. And you know, I'm very sensitive to stuff like that. Like I pick up on things and I get this pain every time I look in her eyes. I can't see her without
Yeah.
seeing it.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's not far fetched. I mean, since infancy,
Right.
your parents have made you perform since infancy, not in your teenage years. Beyonce did baby pageants, newborn baby pageants, all the way up until the Beyonce we see now. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of like Michael Jackson without the beat downs.
Right. Right.
right? Since infancy, her mother was like baby pageants, toddler pageants, you're in teenager pageants. You see, she has countless trophies for beauty pageants. Then from there, now you're going to be a pop star and you're going to be in rehearsal, and that's all she knows, right? So everything else, yeah, it's going to be neglected. But when she does speak in interviews, I'm like, just go dance. You don't
Please.
have to say anything.
And don't act either. Please. We
Yeah,
don't need
you
another
free your,
movie.
right. Just free yourself. Just do what you do. It's fine. It's
Put your
fine.
leotard on. Okay. Put your leotard on. Okay. Grab your other two girls and do your
Yeah,
thing.
do
Like,
it. Grab your frame. That's what I call Kelly and Michelle, her frame. They're basically her frame. Yeah. Devious J says she's been controlled since birth.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, same thing I said, Tristan. She reminds me of Michael Jackson. She can only communicate through performing. Sasha Fierce. Dawood Ali. Did you, Dawood? Dawood says nobody's lives matters. Wowzers. I wrote that phrase down
I
2 months ago.
I have heard that she has chronic halitosis. I've heard that plenty of times.
I've heard that rumor too. I'm like, why would that girl, as a cash cow that she is, why would she be unhealthy? Because halitosis is something's wrong with you. So why wouldn't she have
Yeah.
la creme de la creme of doctors and dentists and all of that?
Right.
You would think that,
Swallow
yeah.
some parsley and go on stage and sit down
Oh
somewhere.
yeah.
Ooh.
Hello. Um, Yeah, so this so that's buzzing. Have you seen that before we get into this topic, that have you seen the fallout of the Takashi 69 thing? Now, for some reason, Takashi 69 is synonymous with George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman, Trayvon Martin's murderer, for anyone who doesn't know. Um and now it's like now they're synonymous. Now it's like, why are people beating on Takashi 69, but George Zimmerman is still walking around free? I do not see the correlation, Lily, and I done cussed everybody out on Facebook that's doing it, because I'm like, y'all are incorrigible. Y'all are, I can't even like I said, when I hit a good lick and I can afford not to be on social media anymore, I
Log
will
off.
fucking not be.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were not supposed to be exposed to this many stupid people thinking all at once.
Yes. No.
No.
It's unnatural. It's unnatural. Like, we're supposed to be with our tribe, okay? And mostly, and then occasionally, in and out or whatever, go to work or whatever. But like, just constantly bombarded by these idiots that I would never share air with on a bad day. It's really weird. I'm confused. I don't know. Like, it has social media fried their brain, or were they
I
just
always
dropped
say
as a
that.
baby?
I always say that. You have weak minds, right? Being manipulated. It's one thing to go after a strong mind. That's going to take some work. But you have people who've been weak their entire lives or easily impressed. And this is in human nature. It's no different than the cattle that follows the one in front of it and falls off the cliff, right? No one's checking to see, like, what's in front of there.
Right.
They just continue falling off the cliff. And the powers that be, the people that make these social media networks possible, they know this is all psychological. And I got into a slight debate because now I block really fast. Because, like you said, Lily, I was like, hold up. In another life, I would just be with my tribe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then you go and you barter with another tribe or you network with another tribe. But essentially, you are to stay with your tribe for the best survival, right?
Yeah.
And I was discussing with him because he was like, oh, by the way, and I just throw rocks on Facebook. You know how I do.
Yeah.
And whoever gets offended gets offended.
Right.
But I never target one person. I target what I'm seeing in general. And then I'm like,
Right.
okay, all of you are fucking stupid. Right.
Right.
But the people who get hit with the rock, they always come a running. They always
All the
come a
time.
running. Right. So this guy was like, oh, when I heard that Tekashi 6ix9ine got beat up, George Zimmerman was the first thing that popped in my head. What he said, unattended. But I was like, are you sure? So you heard Tekashi got lumped up in a sauna, which is the most random thing, really. And your knee jerk reaction was George Zimmerman. This was before we even knew that Tekashi was in fucking Florida, right? He was in LA Fitness. He could have been anywhere. But your knee jerk was, oh, George Zimmerman's still alive. I was like, here's the problem with you. I said, all of you that are constantly parroting these things that go on online, you really do think it's unattended. These are just random thoughts that you're having. Yet I screenshot like 10 people who were all connecting Tekashi 69 to George Zimmerman. You are not having thoughts on your own. You
They're
think
not.
you're having random thoughts. You think you're having random thoughts. These machines are programming you. It is their job, okay? Because it results in billions of dollars. And you think that they're going to leave billions of dollars on the table when they got all these stupid people running around and they can make money off your back and your stupidity? So when I was telling him, no, it wasn't a random thought. That's why everybody on your timelines is saying the same shit. Do you
Right.
not see it?
They don't. They don't. And they really do think they're having a real original thought. And I'm just like, how can you like people are dumber than I give them credit for. And I've known they were dumb for a long time. But at this point, it's beyond stupid. This is just invalid or something. I don't know. I don't even know how they function. Like, and what I'm always thinking is like, these are people's parents.
Yeah, they're procreating and shit, Lily.
That's the scary part.
They're having more of them.
They're having more of them. Like, who is lit? Because, you know, like attracts like, water seeks its own level. So I'm pretty sure whoever you attract is going to be just as stupid as you.
Mm-hmm. Like, no. Tristan says it's hypothetical. It's hypocritical. Because they've been talking about this street code thing and now they see it in action. Now it's about, oh, what about George Zimmerman? Nobody online seems to have their own identity. Nobody. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, and then it morphed into that. And I noticed that it all goes in the same, it all like, it's kind of like when you put a tomato in the fridge, right? And then it gets soft and then it starts shrinking and then it starts wrinkling and then it gets mold and the mold goes black and then the mold goes white. That's how things happen on social media. And it's the same fucking cycle. Yeah, man, fuck it. He a rat. Fuck him up. Then somebody fucks him up. Yeah, but well, you could be fucking up other people. Yeah. And then it goes from that to, oh man, well, damn, he didn't really deserve that. I know he talks shit, but he didn't really deserve that. Then it goes from then they start psychoanalyzing this fucking clown. Well, now I'm starting to see. Well, Tekashi 69 been through a lot in the childhood, and that's why you can't listen to people because they are unstable.
They are, and that's why I can't take any of them seriously. Any of their gripes, any of their complaints. And I'm like, I don't even think those are your gripes. I don't even think those are your complaints. You're just seeing everyone that you admire be mad about this. So you're like, hey, let me join in. Because I look up to this guy because he has a Bugatti. So I need to be mad too. Or whatever.
Right.
You know, these people, they adults, back to adults, because I could understand this with teens. Like I was that teen who had the posters on the wall and idolized people and and blah blah blah. I get it for them, right? But as you start getting bills and shit,
the bills will do it to you.
You know what I'm saying? And you realize that Beyonce ain't helping you with any of them. You start kind of rethinking this idolization a little bit, right? And you like, hold up, a bill or Beyonce tickets? Yeah, girl, you got your coins. I got to get mine. So I don't understand being a grown adult with grown bills, how they be having so much time to take up for these people that they don't know. And to, like you said, the whole think pieces. Oh, they will give you a think piece.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh yes, a whole essay.
Dissertations in them comments.
I'm like, okay, wow.
It's bizarro world. Like social media is bizarro world. But what kills me is when people are like, no, I just thought about this on my own. I'm like, motherfucker, they're programming you not to think about anything on your own. That's why 100 of you on here saying, oh, George Zimmerman still running around. I said, there have been about 100 rappers murdered in between Trayvon Martin, okay, and Tekashi 6ix9ine getting slapped around. You do realize that, right? So why, when all 100 rappers in between, notable rappers, well-known rappers, not like guys you never heard of, okay, gunned down, murdered in between, none of you talked about why is George Zimmerman still alive? But one motherfucker threw out, or maybe the system threw out 2 or 3 people saying, what about George Zimmerman? And now my timelines are flooded with, why isn't George Zimmerman dead? And you think that it's an original thought. It's
That's
insanity.
Speaking of blocking, I had to block somebody earlier. Right, and you know
Lily, you don't block. Lily, you don't block. That's me. I'm the block mommy.
Right, I let you live, but I do have that thing that you have that this you know what it is. Like the redundant, like why you keep coming back? I didn't say nothing. I just blocked it because, bitch, you're unhinged. You're crazy. Like,
yeah,
because it was the one that you commented on, and you put Tekashi's gif on there, and I was saying like the loudest and the most ignorant is usually the one who's going to be pushed up front for any community.
Why would somebody debate that? That is a fact.
I wish I would have erased it so I could have read it, so maybe you could figure out what the fuck she was trying to say. Because she was, I think I get the gist of what she was saying, but I think she was still crazy. Mm-hmm. She was like saying like, I don't know what the hell she was saying. Jen, this hurt my head. I can't do it. But I just had to block her because it hurts my head trying to make sense of crazy. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I don't know what to say to you. And there's nothing I can say to you. I'm just going to go ahead and block you and put you out your misery because obviously you're not happy here.
Right. You're not happy. That's why you got to put them out their misery because they don't know how to leave you. They don't know how to leave. So you got to put them out their misery.
Yeah.
Devious J. Yeah, that's the same question I was asking.
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out too.
We're trying to figure it out. But again, somebody threw it out there. And then the good thing that George Zimmerman is that he's the racial gift that keeps on giving. So if you throw him in there, not only do you get a conversation of comparison between him and Tekashi 6ix9ine, but then you get 300 other people commenting about race and, you know what I mean, he was white and black, whatever. And I know some people are going to say he was half Latin. That Zimmerman is a white man. Okay, I know y'all he half did, and his mama. That's a white man. It's a white man. Just leave it be.
Motherfuckers become ancestry.com in a heartbeat when they try to prove a point.
In a heartbeat. Well, you know his mama. He presents white. He acts white. He thinks he's white. He lives in a white world. That is why he targeted Trayvon Martin. Let's just leave it as is. Okay?
But I saw him eating some kimchi. So I know he got to be a piece of Korean somewhere in there.
And the rice and beans he had on Thursday, he got to be at least a quarter Latin. Come on. But you know, here's the irony, Lily. Here's the irony that I guarantee a lot of these people who talk shit online, and that's why you can't take people serious online or take a lot of your life to argue with them because they're just looking for company.
Yeah.
They want attention and they want company and they want somebody to fill those holes and those voids in their life. So if they can grab your attention to argue with you, it's like, yes, thank you. They actually get solace from chaos. And if you think I'm fucking kidding, okay? There are people that find solace in fucking vitriol and debate and anger. And they don't even have to know you. And that's why you see people like when they argue with you with such passion, like you their baby mama, or you slap their mama, or you owe them money. Yep. Like the way these people get on these machines and they're incessant and then they keep coming back. I'm like, oh, you need a therapist, not my comment box.
Oh,
I
can't.
I don't know what's going on. And it's funny because you start seeing their language morph and you're like, wait a minute, I thought we were talking about Beyonce. Yeah. No? What just happened?
Yeah, you do. You see it morph and you're like, whoa, this has gotten real personal right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like real personal. We could have just stuck with Beyonce and just been debating a friendly debate. Because I love a good friendly debate.
Me too.
God, like that's why like my dad and I have the best conversations because I like to like bait my dad into a debate. Like because I know little trigger topics that him and I disagree on.
Mhm,
So I'm like,
mhm.
hey, Dad, so what you think about? And then whenever I think, like talk about politics, because we have totally different politics,
Yeah.
and then he's like, well, and I'm like, oh, here we go. It's
No,
gonna be fun.
debating is good. I love it. It keeps your brain going. It keeps you
Yes.
sharp. You know what I mean? It keeps you thinking on the fly. But
Yep.
you can't do that with someone on the other end who is just like, I need to vent about how miserable I am, and I'm gonna take it out on you because you're a woman. Like
Yeah.
it's futile.
No, it's true. I actually just had this conversation yesterday with somebody I mentor, and I was pretty much explained it in the way that you explained it. And I was letting them know the importance of not giving your power away. That's something that's really big for me
Hmm.
because I recognize that those people exist and
Hmm.
you are their fuel,
Yep.
right? So they
Yep.
will extract from you in order to refuel themselves because they're rageaholics, they're angry holics, they're victim holics or whatever. And they're going, and the moment they see that weak spot and that button, and you let them know that that button is there, they're going to push it, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I always say that the point is to never give them your power, even if they do trigger you or if they do piss you off. You don't let their ass know. You never let
Hmm.
them know.
Right. And going back to the whole George Zimmerman ridiculousness. I was like, first of all, you motherfuckers be the first one. Because let me tell you something. People talk a good one. They real gangster till they witness a body getting chopped up, right? They real gangster. I promise you, if someone caught George Zimmerman walking down any neighborhood and pounded, I'm talking about took a hammer and pounded his head until his brain spilled out, the number one people defending him and crying for justice would be black. The number one people online, because they've done it to me and to a host of other people, would be black. They would be praying for the man. They'd be praying over his mama. They'd be asking for forgiveness and talk about turn the other cheek and why is we like this and oh Lord, how can you do that, man, like that? He probably grew up a certain type of way and that's why he killed Trayvon. If I am lying, I'm fucking flying. I've seen it.
You're
I've
not.
seen it.
You're
None
not.
of these people, and I'm including the men especially, okay? Because it's men I see on Facebook talking about, oh, why they ain't had to do him like that. They ain't had to. I'm like, ain't y'all the ones ready for bloody murder? Ain't y'all the one ready for vengeance? Is
Yeah,
it
talking about why is
vengeance?
he still alive?
Yeah. Why is he still alive? Why is he walking around free? If there was a video, okay, where someone walked up on George Zimmerman and beat his head in with a hammer until his brain spilled out. One, y'all couldn't watch it all the way. Okay. You throw up laughing emojis and act like you didn't care. You'd be fucked up inside because y'all are not built that way. But social media, everybody's a superhero here. And y'all would be the first ones praying over that man and his mama. Y'all would be the first ones. Y'all can't even take Takashi getting smacked around. That boy got smacked around. He got
Yeah,
smacked around.
yeah.
Smacked
But
around. Oh,
but
why y'all doing Takashi like that? Why George Zimmerman's still alive? You could not fucking stomach seeing George Zimmerman get dragged until his head popped off. You couldn't stomach it. You'd be
right.
praying, praying.
But
Like, God said vengeance was his. What are y'all doing? That's what would happen, Lily. You saw who was it? Botham John, the one that the white cop killed him. He was in his an apartment
yeah,
freaking eating ice cream. Everybody's all oh, God. The judge is hugging her. The brother's like begging to hug her. That is how people are in a nutshell. They talk a good one, okay, till blood is spilled, and then it's like, oh, but Jesus, but God, but they didn't have to do him like that. But Takashi had problems since he was 5 years old. But and who was defending him? Black people. That's why I love the way Star from the Star Report presented it. I love how he presented
how
it.
did he present it?
He was basically saying that black people are some of the most kind, most
Yeah,
forgiving, most, you know what I mean,
to a fault.
welcoming to a fault, right?
Mhm.
To basically a fault. But when they talk a good one. And then he was like that. He said that them Puerto Ricans, them Latins, they're not having that shit with someone, talking shit about them. But black people tend to be prayed up and turn the other cheek and what have you. And I'm like, it's a disservice. to
It's
yourself.
well, not only that, I'll take it a step further, and this is the part that bothers me the most. That empathy and compassion is not extended to us, our own community, as well
Right.
as
He said
is.
that as well.
That's the part that bothers me the most. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, if you want to be loving and caring and forgiving and kumbaya, great. That should be home first, okay? And then whatever else of compassion you have left, then you can dole that out accordingly,
Right.
right? It's just that that same compassion does not come home. And
I
we
mean,
have,
and we see it with children. Like when you see a little black girl, a little black boy, they automatically are talking about them as if they're adults. Do you notice that?
yeah, yeah,
Do you notice that? I'm like, these are
yes,
children. These are
yes.
children. We see it with that. We see it with black women, how vitriolic black men
Mhm.
have become with black women. But Takashi gets slapped around a little bit. It's why y'all doing that? He been through so much when he was I'm like, Takashi, y'all are
Right,
defending Takashi?
right. Like you, perfect example. They talk about Zaire Wade like she's a whole adult. That's a child.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all forget that. That's a black child.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how, now, um I respect, there's a YouTuber that, he makes a lot of transphobic, homophobic comments and stuff like that, which you know how I feel about that. You have the right to do that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um but he said the same thing. He drew the line with that, like, hold up, hold up, hold up. I may have my beliefs and all that other shit, but we don't got no business discussing that child.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's between that child and that child's parents, and kind of just going in and blah 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 and this and that, like the
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow, I gotta respect that, like
Mm-hmm.
he drew the line there,
Mm-hmm.
because I always say y'all act like y'all care about the kids, but you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you did, then this wouldn't happen and you wouldn't do that. So it's always these
Right.
contradictions. It's like the reason why there's all these contradictions is because they don't have a belief system of their own, a lot of these individuals.
Bingo. So they just go with the current. That's why I said the current. This current will take you any which way. Hello, No Saint. How are you, sir?
Hey,
What's
hello,
up, buddy?
hello, hello. I like
Hi,
to
hi, hi.
I like to sit back and listen. I'm still not 100% following what happened with Takashi, because I did, and not just that. I like to listen to see what you say when I'm not, not in the view. Yeah,
Okay.
I want to see how you talk about us
Yeah,
white
yeah,
people.
we about to get in. We about to, and that no thing.
First of all, No Saint. You know damn well, even when my colonizers are here, I'm gonna say what I got to say about y'all.
Right.
You ain't got to be a fly on the wall. You know exactly how we feel. How are you? We missed you the past couple times. You all right? You good? I know you were spending time with the
Well,
baby.
that one, and then yeah, there was a little bit of an issue yesterday. I was a little bit stressed, but it's all good today. All good today.
Okay.
So.
Listen, it happens.
Not
But
to worry.
aren't you happy even when I'm stressed, I'm camming up to give y'all a home.
That's
So
right.
whenever
That's
y'all
right.
ready to, because trust me, the last couple of days myself, I was like, what the fuck is happening? But it's like, we have to keep pushing. That is what we do. And
That's
I'm
for
Oh
glad to
sure.
yeah.
do it. I'm glad to do it.
Me and
That's
Jim
for
be
sure.
in during the day. We be lifting each other up when we going through.
Oh,
She had to pull me up today, baby, because
listen,
Mama hit the ground.
And I
listen.
haven't, you know, what's interesting is I haven't seen some of the guys up here normally. I don't know where I see Haran was in the chat, but he hadn't
Yeah.
cammed up in a while, so
Hmm.
don't know what's
He'll be
going on with
back.
that. Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back, but I'm used
Yeah.
to seeing him with some good commentary.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna brag on us a little bit. Hope you don't mind. Give me a minute, because I said 2023 was gonna be the year where we ain't gonna be humble in this bitch, because we work hard, okay, to talk our shit. But let me tell you something. With Lily and I, we are entertainers, and we are entertainers that have to show our face consistently, continuously, no matter what's going on in our world. And when I tell you, when I say no matter what's going on in our world, we're not talking about somebody broke a nail. We're talking about serious. It could be health, it could be family, it could be our children, it could be our parents. We go through some serious shit behind the scenes, but we keep doing this. It's not easy. But what happens is we make it look easy.
Yes,
It is not.
It's not. It's not.
It's not. And when Lily says we lift each other up, listen, sometimes I'm texting Lily and I'm like, Lily, I'm currently under the bed. I hate the world and humanity. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not coming out from under my bed, Lily.
yeah.
Not today.
Kind of how it was yesterday.
Trust me, I know it happens, but find your tribe, and hopefully we facilitate that for people. I want this to be very much a good tribe, even when we disagree and we go through it. So we're glad to see Saint, and when you're missing, we notice.
Yeah.
Any people notice?
Oh, I
They're
know. I
like,
know
"Where's
you and
no
Lily.
Saint?"
You both in my DM sometimes, and I like that. I
Yeah,
like the saying hi and everything. So
I'm like, where's my favorite
I
colonizer?
know. We gotta check in.
you know,
And
I
I,
was
I think I sent you something yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. It's either yesterday, day before. I can't remember.
yeah, you did. You did. You sure did.
Yeah.
I was listening. I don't know. I totally understand where Lily was coming from, and to your point, Jen, about not extending that graciousness towards you know, and it's really what's a shame because me, I'm always trying to. In one sense, I totally understand it because in the black community you do seem to see the ones that are out there. We got to forgive, like they lost a son and they're forgiving the killer, and it's just like God, how do you do? You sit there and say, how do you do that? I hate that it comes down to tribalism, and but I think we're just wired like you're kind of wired like that, like unless you're like me, I try not to be that. I mean, I don't think I am that way. I don't think I'm tribal. I'm tribalistic. Unless it's a basketball or football team, then I'm tribalistic. I
Mhm.
mean, there is some of that in me, but what I'm saying is I don't. I I think I feel compassion for everybody, but I realize what Lily was saying. Like, it is weird. It is really weird. It's like if someone killed my son, it wouldn't be anything about extend. It wouldn't just that wouldn't happen. I wouldn't be extending if the person who was on trial actually was, and I knew that was the one that did it. I wouldn't be forgiving them. I mean,
Let me tell you, I feel like that is an enemy. Anyone who is telling you to forgive and let go and let some entity handle the murder of your child, you are my fucking enemy. And you better get the fuck away from me.
Right.
You are an enemy. Anyone who's constantly telling you, turn the other cheek, be long suffering, you are my fucking enemy. Because you're saying I should accept this suffering. That is what you're essentially saying.
Right.
Get the fuck, you and your Lord or whoever's helping you, get away from me. Get away from me.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't believe
dum
in
dum.
pointless suffering.
All these motherfuckers talking about George Zimmerman still being alive, but they aren't gonna do nothing about it but complain. Keyboard gangsters. Yeah, that's what I said too. I'm like, you might as well, when you see George Zimmerman, buy him a damn coffee. Because you're not gonna do shit about it. Be quiet. Go
I
away.
didn't realize there was a hit out on him.
Yeah, neither did I. No,
Child, he
neither
don't
did
care.
I. Neither did I. I
He
mean, he's
don't
at
care.
Target and Walmart. He shot at a car, right? Or he shot at his car.
He been
Yeah,
real reckless.
yeah. He's like George Zimmerman. Zimmerman ain't worried about nobody, but I'm sure he loves the press because he's still
He's an
selling shit.
attention. Yeah, he's attention whore.
Yeah. Um. Tristan said, "Listen, Jen knows I hop on the subway and shake a few motherfuckers in New York down if someone killed my kid. I'm blowing shit up. Yeah, I mean, if he just like the damn movies, like you gotta, like, listen, perish the thought.
I think it's very insensitive and like I mean, to tell someone how to grieve or how to get over their pain or how to, that is it's insensitive, it's selfish, it's
Yeah.
it's so many things that you can't tell somebody how to process, and that's their child, for God's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Come
Right.
on, like I'm not even a parent and I understand that I can't even understand the magnitude of that. So
Yeah.
you just
And and some people be like, well, no, that helps them, grieve, or that's how to. But here's the thing: again, it goes back to what we were saying about Job, and I'm not going to get into religious talk because I want to segue into our main topic. But it goes back to what we were saying about Job, where it's noble to suffer, right? That story is so, it's so pushed on people. Job, look at all the suffering Job did. Like, look how noble he was. You need to be more like Job. I'm not Job, bitch. I'm not, I ain't got 1 ounce of Job
No.
in me. It is scorched earth. Okay, because everyone has a right to be on this planet as much as everybody else does. So it's like, no, I'm not suffering for you. I'm not suffering for love. I'm not suffering. That's not what I'm put here for. It's not noble to me to suffer. It's not noble. It's not, it's just not. It's not appealing to me. It's not sexy. I'm not suffering. I'm not doing it.
With you. I'm with you, Jen. I'm so with you. I do not believe in pointless suffering. I do believe in temporary discomfort for a goal. I believe in that. But just pointless suffering, just to be noble, just to say that I'm a good whoever. No.
Suffering for a goal. Thank you, Lily. Put some shit in perspective for me just now.
Yeah. Just a little temporary discomfort, for a goal. You know it's going to end because it's going to get better. It's like, okay, this particular discomfort is going to garner some growth. Okay, I'm cool with that. Growing pains is good. All right.
Don Levon is co-signing that. He said, doing what you need to do even when you don't want to do it. That's how winning is done, damn it.
That's the truth.
That is how winning is done. So, ladies and gentlemen,
let's get it popping.
Let's get it popping. We are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life.
And can we get more likes, please? Thank you.
Yeah, let's get some likes. What's going on? Your finger crooked?
Yeah, I tried it.
Uncrook your finger and hit that like. Will all lives matter? Will all lives matter eventually lead to nobody matters? I thought this was an interesting topic. I was listening to Candace Owens. Yeah, I like the Candace. I think she's just as entertaining as y'all found Kevin Samuels, okay? I like some Candace Owens. Now, would I vote for her or buy her book? Probably not. But she's entertaining nonetheless. So Candace Owens got in a bit of a comment kerfuffle, an online kerfuffle, as she likes to do because it means more money. She spoke about Skims, which is Kim Kardashian's underwear line? Is that, Lily? Underwear, girdles,
yeah.
What the fuck? Pressurized underwear and shit to keep all your parts in place.
Right.
So Kim Kardashian owns Skims, and she thought Kim Kardashian was like, oh, let's get some people in wheelchairs out here in the Skims. And Candace Owens had a bit to say about it, and I got the video. I want to see what she had to say about it, and then we can dissect from there. But just to give you an idea of what the main topic is, and also I want to get into the gender of this inclusivity because I see it's something that women do. I don't really see men doing this, but we can dissect that as well. But I do see women being more, kumbaya, get a baby the trophy anyway, let's love everybody. But this was the thumbnail, so you're up to speed. Will all lives matter turn into nobody matters? And we have a little person, a woman that's obese with a very strange stomach, a man who won a pageant or is in some sort of costume, and the woman in the wheelchair, which is the subject, because that is the actual woman in the wheelchair that is in the Skims ad. That is the Skims ad right there. And after Candace Owens made her statement, the woman in the wheelchair was like, hey, I'm the woman in the wheelchair. You ain't got to come for me. We are wonderful. We are amazing wheelchair people. And I interviewed 2 guys that had no legs a couple months back. If you want to check that out, it was very interesting as well.
Okay.
See, I'm inclusive too. So this is what Candace Owens had to say about this inclusivity that Skims is forcing down our throat. This is what she had to say. What's up, Miss Ruth? Good to see you. Vegaverse, Dawood, how are you? Tristan, Don Levon, my future ex-husband. How are you, baby?
We love Don Levon.
Okay, so here's the video.
Really? That's all I'm going to say is really. I don't really understand how far we're going to take this inclusivity thing. I really don't get it. I don't know. And if I'm wrong, again, educate me. Today, I just want to be educated in the comments. If people that are in wheelchairs were thinking as they were looking around, like, you know what really upsets me? That I've never seen a bra and underwear advertised with a girl in a wheelchair. Why did they do this? I don't know. I don't know why this needed to be done. I'm just getting tired of this all inclusivity thing. It seems ridiculous. I mean, we're going to be on crutches and like, well, how come we don't have a girl that's broken her leg on crutches also in a bra and underwear? I don't feel included. I don't know. I don't think I can buy panties. I just can't buy panties because I don't know. I don't feel included. Look, I assumed that people that were in wheelchairs also have to buy bras and have to buy underwear. It's just something that I just assumed that was a thing.
Okay, so here's my question. This inclusivity, is it on overload, or is it how humanity should have always been from the beginning, where everybody should have mattered, everybody should be on magazine covers? Is it killing sport, or is humanity naturally competitive? Is this killing sport? Are we giving people who just try trophies? Is that going to be better for us in the long run? And I'm asking, I'm not even sharing my opinion yet, but is it going to be better for us in the long run, or is it going to be bullshit? Was humanity supposed to include everybody, or should it have been haves, have nots? Is Candace Owen exaggerating? Like, should everybody come? But then that would mean that no one is special. But should people be special? That's my question. What do you think?
Okay. Let me go ahead and pop out. All right. Because I mean, this is a multi-layered topic, and I don't even know where I want to start, because I'm part of this in a lot of ways. Okay, from the behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. Okay,
well, qualify that.
So prior to becoming a model, I still have my company in Atlanta where we do like, we're a mobile glam team. So we do the hair, the makeup, the wardrobe, and everything like that. And one of the things that I used to love to do was to do makeovers and make people feel like models, right? Give them that model experience, because I feel like every woman should have that experience. I still feel that way to this day. And so that's one of my passions. I love doing that. Okay. Having the experience and that feeling of being a model and being a model are two different things. And so although I am big on inclusivity, I don't know if I said it right, but if I didn't, fuck you.
That's what I was talking about.
You know, I don't know if I don't, but the thing is, this is the thing. I'm even bigger on it factor. Okay. And that is what's killing our industry. That is why the industry is on life support today. I have become so bored with things. And this is coming from someone who, like I said earlier, I was the person with the posters on my wall. I had all the magazines, even if I had to steal them. Okay. That's who I was when I was growing up. I loved entertainment. And the thing is, there was the bigger piece of me knew that it was entertainment, right? And I knew that it was an illusion, and I knew it was an escape. And that's what I loved about it, because these people were larger than life. You know, they didn't look like the people next door. They didn't look like the people walking down the street. And that made it exciting, right? And so, yeah, it's good to have some, and we had some girl next door sprinkled in, you know, and things like that for good measure, right? But for the most part, everyone was kind of larger than life. So the way I look at this, if once you start like, because I believe representation is important. Okay. So when you start bringing in other people, like the trans community, the disabled community, the vitiligo community, whoever, right? To just bring them in just because they check a box, because I see so much of that in my industry. They're just trying to check boxes because it's in vogue and it's in style now to have the girl next door or the person with the one toenail, right? Like it's the in thing now. So they just try to check the box, but they don't care that this person can sell products. Going back to what we were saying earlier, it doesn't necessarily translate into the sales, right? They're just trying to save face. But in saving face, they are completely killing the sport of modeling and acting as well. You know, so now, but I disagree with her with this young lady that's in the Skims. I would have cast her. I like that girl. Because my agency has a couple of people in wheelchairs, and they're like, but they have an it factor. Like they get it. They stand above, right? It's like what you're gonna notice them when you're going down the street. They're gonna make sure that they're gonna be fly from head to toe. They got a swag with them off screen and off the, so that's my thing, right? I feel like they're just throwing everybody in and everyone in to check these boxes, but they don't care if these people have an it factor and can sell products and services. That's where I'm at with it. Uh-oh, hold on, you're muted, Jen.
You can hear me now.
Yeah.
No, Saint, you have a little boy. What if he was playing, just throw something out there, flag football, they're giving out trophies, your son loses, but now they have participation trophies. Are you appreciating that? Are you appreciating that the school is also thinking about the little kids that lost? Be honest.
It reminds me of Meet the Fockers, where he had, oh yeah, 9th place. Oh yeah, they got all the way up to 12. They had it hung up on the wall or whatever. No, I think that that if you do that, it doesn't teach any lessons. You know what I mean? I think you need to. I think you need to have in everything. People, you're not going to always win. So you're going to, in life, you're not going to always win. Sometimes you're going to lose. And so that's just a lesson for life. You're not always going to be the best. There's someone that's always going to be better in general, Lily kind of cleaned it up, which I'm glad she did. Because I thought the same thing. I don't think they just threw some random person in a wheelchair up there, from what I saw from the picture. And I think what Candace said was a slippery slope fallacy of what, it reminds me when religious people, oh, gays get married. What's next? We're going to be marrying goats. No. What's next is not someone with a broken leg. No. But I don't mind, I don't have a problem. I think she's, I don't know. I don't have any problem with excellence coming in all different. There was, if you remember, I'm not going to use the term because I think it's a bad term now. But remember Bridget, the porn star?
Oh yeah, Bridget. Yeah.
Now, who is that? Who's Bridget, the porn star?
Well, that's not how it's said.
Bridget,
Bridget the
little person, but
little person.
Oh, okay.
Rhymes with Bridget.
But Bridget had an it factor.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Because I put a little person in the thumbnail. Probably can't tell because it's the same size, but I
remember you putting that. That's why it made me think, Bridget, the little person in porn had, like Lily said, it was an it factor. So as long as you have that it factor, I don't have a problem with including people from different, because I think that Candace is talking in this instance where she's not on the outside looking in. She, you know what I mean? She is included in in what she does. So it's a lot easier to, it's like a rich person saying, pull yourself up by the bootstraps type, you know what I mean? So
right.
That's my opinion.
And that's why, I said I'm on both ends, because me being trans, I'm, not trying to be funny. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and brag today. I was the first trans model for Target and quite a few other brands, right? But bitch, I know what the hell I'm doing. I can sell some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's a difference. Somebody wasn't just giving me this because trying to check a box. No, I'm going to sell your products and services to the point where you're going to call me back again, So that's why I'm I do believe in the representation and everything, but you got to be qualified. You've got to be a model or an actor or a singer, So, what happened to Jen? Did we?
She dropped out.
She's off the block. Jen is off the block.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I can't be a hypocrite because I benefit from the whole inclusivity movement,
Right.
but I came in with an it factor,
Yeah.
you know, and I studied my craft. I study my craft currently. You know, I'm always trying to, and that's it. I don't ever want to look like someone gave me a handout or participation trophy.
Right. And that's why I was interested to hear your opinion on it because, you know, for Candace might have been talking about you. You know what I mean? For all
Yeah.
intents and purposes. You know what I mean? So I really was interested to see what angle, you know, how you felt about it. But
see, she
yeah,
could
I
come
don't
for
think
me if she
everybody.
wants
I
to.
don't think that means, like you said. I don't think that you just. And I don't. Listen, everybody who made it, no matter what, uh, you know, inclusivity. Like, remember, I forgot the name of the show, and they had Porky, the Down
With
syndrome.
Down syndrome.
But he's
Yes.
good. They're
He was
good.
great. He had it
Yeah.
factor.
So yeah. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with inclusivity. But yeah, I agree. You can't just let everybody have a trophy, like we said,
No.
right?
No. But that's the problem. Like that's the thing right there. And like when it comes to a lot of what I'm seeing now with especially in the music industry, like where in the world are they getting these people from? Like they don't even have to have any musical talent at all to speak of, right? And so I mean it's just in every avenue of entertainment that's been, you know, happening, and now it's just literally killing it. Like,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
we talked about that before, and I know that I believe Don Levon plays music, and I know Haran plays music, and I'm sure they could attest to the fact that mass production, putting out the hits. I mean, music just isn't what it is, and now you have auto tune as well, and so yeah, it's now they are looking for the person that just has the look, and then okay, you got the look, you can dance. Now we're gonna, press out the hits, but the music is just uninspiring,
but then the other side of that too, not just a look, they're looking. See, back in the day, we developed talent,
Yeah,
right? We plucked raw talent, that diamond in the rough, that person that they were born to do whatever it is that they ended up doing. Aretha was born to sing. Michael was born to dance. You know, Janet was born to whisper. You know, we knew what they were born to do, right? And we pluck them and we develop them, you know, and send them on their way and watch them grow even further, right? But it's the opposite now where they want you to develop yourself, develop your own brand, and then they just swoop in and just stamp their name onto you and then, you know, throw you out there. So that's what's been going on with the influencer world and the modeling world, and as well as the acting world. But have you all noticed on Instagram too? This is one of my annoyances with these influencers and quote unquote models on Instagram now. They all want to identify through whatever is marginalizing them. Like, you know, alopecia model, ingrown
Right.
toenail model,
Right.
you know, model that suffers from halitosis. Like, it's like, what is going on here?
Oh my God. Sorry about that, guys. My Wi-Fi completely knocked me off the face of the earth. Thank you for the super chat, Don
It
Levon.
happens.
I see you later, baby. Maybe starting trouble. God, the comments went popping when I disappeared. I was trying to get back in. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to do it on my phone. I'm gonna look so teeny tiny. But
Oh my God.
I'm back. I am back. Where were we, Lily?
So yeah, I was just basically saying that, you know, I was just reiterating the fact that that is so funny. The police came to the block. We had to roll off the block, baby. You know how I go. And then we be right back like nothing happened.
Banda.
Not me. I stayed around.
Right.
Of course you did. No, Saint.
You
Of
know,
course you did.
When I used to cop back in the day, I used to be trying to run like out. I used to be trying to rush up the block and I see everybody on the corner and I'm trying to get up there before they jump out on them. I'm trying to get up there and get what I gotta get before they disperse. I used to hate to be heading down the block. I can see everybody and next thing you know, you see the whoosh. They gone. You don't know where nobody went.
Oh my gosh.
Those were the days.
Shut up, Tristan. Shush. Okay, so Lily, you saw these comments, right? Lily, how much do you charge for marketing consultation, all of that?
Yep,
Okay.
I'm about to tell them where to follow me. I'm gonna put it in the chat where to follow me. Yes.
Okay, please do. Miss Ruth says she's not used to seeing you without a wine glass. You got that? No, Saint?
Hey, Miss Ruth.
I know. I'm not. The night's young.
The night is young and so are we, darling. Music is just a machine based on social media likes. Yeah. Yeah, so is it getting right? But then where do we draw the line? Because I think all of us up here, chat, people watching, or maybe not. I don't know if you're Candace Owens, probably not. But I think we're all like, oh, everybody's welcome. We're gonna, oh, you're in a wheelchair, hugs. You know what I mean? But where do you draw the line to where it gets ridiculous? Or again, I'm asking the question, is it ever going to be quote unquote ridiculous, or can everybody come? Does everyone have the right, boring, rich, poor, wheelchair, no leg, no eyes, to be included in every damn thing? Is that how humanity was supposed to be to begin with? But then the powers that be made this person the size 2 on the cover, made her the it girl, made the guy with the square jaw and the perfect features, made him the Marlboro man. And is this manufactured? Are the special people manufactured? Is nobody special then?
You know what this is? This is entertainment inflation. Now it's all losing its value because it's just being flooded. It's just like our fucking economy. The value is going down every day because it's just flooded, oversaturated. And so it's losing its specialty. Where do we draw the line? We draw the line with talent.
Lily, they don't want us.
I know. And that's the thing. That's where I get stuck at, because I realize that they don't care about talent anymore.
No.
They really don't care.
And it's about how much you're going to do online and how big a following you're going to get. They don't care if you can sing, act, dance, rap, do poetry. They don't care. Are you online?
That's it. Have you been able to amass a following?
Well, yeah. If we look at Catch Me Outside Girl, perfect example. That's a perfect example of just like, she had a huge following. So now, she monetized it. And didn't she put out an album or some music or something as well?
She did put out like 1 or 2 rap songs that were hot garbage, but it doesn't matter because she's Cash Me Outside. How about that? Louis Kanye says, Lily, did you start reading the books? Oh, let me tell you something. I wrote down every fucking book you guys recommend. Don't ask me if I started reading. It takes me a while to start reading shit.
Actually, I started one, and then but I have another one. Somebody sent me a book, so I put that one down and started this other one, and now I'm kind of but I'm into the whole reading thing again. So
I got like 4 books on my nightstand right now, and I'm cutting through one, but I'm like, I got my little pile of gotta read that. I'll get to it. I will do it. I'm trying to, instead of take the phone to bed with me, I'm trying to do a book on my way to sleep versus scroll, doom scrolling, they call it, until I get tired. So now I'm just like, let me read this book until I get sleepy versus just scrolling till I get sleepy, which sucks.
Yeah, it does. I stopped doing that years ago. I really don't scroll though. I don't scroll much at all anymore. I had to find a way to get done what I need to get done without doing it, because it is doom. It's very doom and gloom. For me, it's just dangerous for me how I'm built. So at night, like after the show, I pretty much have a. If you notice after the show, I start sending you stuff, because it's usually like after the show, I have like my little ritual. Like I take my makeup off, but I want to listen to something while I'm taking my makeup off. So I go straight to YouTube and I'll just click on the first thing that seems interesting and I listen to it while I'm taking my makeup off. And usually that's the last thing. And then after that, my phone is off. It's down. I don't deal with nobody. I don't communicate with people. It's a wrap. It's my time. That's it, you know. So we just gotta find ways to what works for us and our lifestyle, and we know what we need for our mental health, our emotional health. So I just want to encourage everyone to figure that out for yourself, and you know. But
Dawood, I got the Art of War audiobook. Disaster. I fell asleep every fucking night. Like, and I started forgetting, and I couldn't, because it doesn't like well, the audio app I had, it wouldn't like stop at that chapter, and then I was like, what fucking chapter was I on? What page was I on? What is this? And I stopped. It put me to sleep.
okay,
I need to actually read the book, because if
yeah,
I do audio, I'm like,
there's some I have to read, and there's some I can do audio better. Yeah.
yeah. So do you think that this comment is interesting to me? Vegaverse says, blew my mind. She's actually not bad. Cash Me Outside Girl rides a beat better than half the female artists out now. Let me address that.
Please do, because I don't know what to do with that.
Okay, let me address that. Do we think that even pushing mediocre people, the agenda behind that is if everyone thinks they can make it, right? If you're online, right? And here's this billion-dollar company and they're just pushing people without talent and making them stars, and that's going to make everyone on social media, right, excited that they can also be a Cash Me Outside girl, Ice Spice, a Cardi B. These are women that don't have talent for rapping, right? But they push them long enough. And what I start noticing happening on my timelines now is a lot of people start swaying to, she's not that bad. Start swaying, right? Remember the show Apollo? When you suck, they booted you off the stage because it's like, you suck, you don't belong here. This is for talented people. Well, now we've gone the opposite way. The pendulum is swung, broke off. There's not even anything there anymore. There's tumbleweeds, right? I'm starting to see that. Like I saw a guy the other day say, now these are guys. And let me just say, these are guys who used to get in fist fights over, was Jay-Z better than Nas, right? Is Black Thought the best rapper alive? Is Rakim the best I mean, these people used to get into verbal and physical fisticuffs over these very extremely talented, phenomenal rappers. These guys, the same guys. Who better, Jay-Z? I mean, it was, knockdown, drag out fights. These same people are now online saying that Ice Spice ain't that bad and Cash Me Outside, at least she could ride a beat. So you notice they're conditioning people to accept any dancing monkey now.
Lower standards. The standards have been gone. The standards, remember we used to have, in modeling, we had industry standards. Oh, you know what? As a matter of fact, let me share this. I was in the music industry back in the day, and then left entertainment altogether. Long story. Came back. Now I'm in front of the camera doing the modeling thing. Okay. When I left the music industry, one of the reasons why I didn't ever want to go back is because I saw where this was going. And this was in the early 2000s. And I was seeing it was becoming less about talent and more about gimmicks and looks, right? And I was like, okay, I don't know how to fit into this because I really love music. I love talent and I love artists. And because they don't care, then it's hard for me to get behind a talented artist and push them because chances are they're not going to make it, right? And I just kind of lost it with that. And so when I got into modeling, I was like, okay, at least modeling has industry standards, okay? And your DNA is going to be a big chunk of that. And then the other part of that is going to be your it factor. So at least I had a gauge, because when I got into the modeling world, I was behind the scenes and I was managing first. So I knew how to sign models based off of what the industry standards were, because they were clear standards. And then I started to slowly see the standards being chipped away at, right? As the inclusiveness was ushered in. And now there are no industry standards for neither modeling or singing. And so it's hard for a person like me to understand what the criteria is. And that is, you hit it right on the nail. That's what's going on with the young kids now. Like, they only want to be TikTok stars and, you know, singers and rappers and stuff, because it looks very easy. And they're getting a lot of these people are getting a lot of attention. But if you talk to any middle school or high school teacher right now, they're going to tell you how difficult it is to teach, because the kids are like, why do I need to be here? I can just be a TikTok star. I can be a YouTuber. I can be a, you know, and that's what's happened, because they've ushered everyone in, and they just like, oh, I can do it too.
But that's why I say that social media is the best drug out, because it's not age specific. Like, the kids are one thing. They love them a TikTok. They love them a non-rapping Ice Spice bent over, rub her cooch Ice Spice. They love them, you know what I mean, a Cardi B. They love them. But now I'm seeing older folk, and by older I mean 40s and 50s, talking about, well, Ice Spice ain't that bad. I'm like, you were the same person that was arguing over Rakim and Black Thought. Now Ice Spice isn't that bad. So it's like, it is not age specific. Like, this is affecting everybody on social media. Well, they just going with the current. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the age or anything. They just going with the current, whatever they're putting in front of you. They are making Ice Spice the next Cardi B.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Because I'm thinking about something, as you saying, that's not age specific. And I'm thinking about my inbox and the amount of people every day who are like, you know, help me be a model. And it's everybody. And I mean everybody.
I know exactly what you mean.
All day long, every day.
Like, I know exactly what you mean. And it's fucking annoying. Let's talk about it, Lily. We here. We at the second hour. We almost done. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay? People, because of this environment that social media has created, I as well have people in my inbox like, oh, I want to do what you do, and I want to do X, Y, and Z. How can? And I'm like,
I don't know how to answer that. What do I do with this?
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, with social media, with the technology we have today, what's taking hits are the arts. And I heard, like, radio people, you know, like Howard Stern talks about, everybody has a mic in front of them. Everybody thinks that they can do this. Everybody thinks there's, you know, everybody has their podcast, you know. Still, though, even with that, when it comes to it was something like you're doing, Jen, or what Star does, the cream is going to rise to the top.
Yes, sir.
For the most part, right?
For the most part, yes.
For the most part. So, like, there are podcasts like Joe Rogan that are uber successful. And then there's someone like, you know, when I first started doing videos on YouTube, which it's a different account, so don't go searching for them.
I want to see what No Say had to say.
It was horrible. But it takes practice. And so that's what I'm saying. It's not that those people that have these podcasts that are bad can't get better, but it's not as easy, like Jen Light says. It's not as easy to be good. But there are filters that make people look better. There's auto-tune that make people sound better. So technology has allowed a certain group of people that may not be in there. Like, if you talk about some of the, I don't know who this Ice Spice is, but I mean, even singers that they use auto-tune, and it's just like, okay, but without auto-tune, they kind of, they don't sound as good. So technology has definitely let some people that shouldn't be as popular as they are more popular.
But it was something you just said, No Saint. You were like, and I agree with you. Like, we all have to start somewhere, right? And then we practice and we get better. But what I'm seeing is these people aren't even interested in getting better.
Right. Because
They
they
don't
don't
even
have to, Lily. They don't
they don't
have to
have
get
to.
better.
No,
Right.
there's no pressure to be great anymore. You remember when, like, back in the day, if you was a singer, okay, if that was on your resume, and singer, okay, and you come out with a nice hit and everything like that, okay, that was cute. We like that. We bopping. Okay, girl, when we gonna see you down to the Apollo so we can see what you really about, right? And let your ass show up, and you not sound like what you was doing on that record. It's gonna be a problem. Okay. And I miss that. I miss those days where we held people to a standard. And that's what it is. It's like no one cares to be great anymore, and the arts is dying because of it. I do have some hope though that it's just going to get.
How, Lily?
I'm trying. Just go with me on this. Go with me.
I'm with you.
Okay, go with me.
I'm
2 seconds
holding
on
on.
that. Hold on. Okay. I'm hoping that it gets so bad that people just start screaming like, okay, we need, like, let's bring back
That's enough.
It's enough. Bring back some gatekeepers. Listen, Diddy, you can rob as many people as you need to rob. Like, we don't care.
Let's just get the talent back. Let's just get the talent back.
Well, I think that because there has been success with some of these TikTokers and people like that, and they have been able to monetize that
greatly.
They fall into the same category as when you're growing up and maybe you're playing high school football and you say, well, why do I have to study? I'm going to be a professional. When only a small percent really are successful. So it really looks, oh, I can just do this. And maybe you can't, you know. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should have a backup plan.
Oh, but how about odds are you won't do it?
Right. But people want, most people are less interested in putting in the work to be great, and they just want to be great. So, yeah. So I think that's where when they say, I can just do this on TikTok. Well, maybe if you put in the work and you're, you know, you have a little talent and you really work at it, you know, like everybody you look at athletes and you just think they show up on the court and do it or show up on the football field. No, they put in a lot of work. And the ones that don't, and when they get to the pros, you'll know it. You know they don't put in the work because they never meet their expectations.
That goes to what I feel about comedy, and like I call them the car comedians, all these guys and women that are screaming in their cars on Instagram and calling it comedy.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, when they start doing, because they have a huge following, what happens is the comedy clubs start booking them because they think very, very stupidly, by the way, that Instagram audience is going to translate to people actually paying $15, $20 for a ticket to go see that comedian who was yelling in her car or yelling in his car. And it never does. And then you notice these people just slowly disappear. Now, in that mess, there are a few, maybe one or two that I've seen that I'm like, okay, you're funny. Like funny on a different level. And they translate well to films and to the comedy clubs. But everybody yelling in their car about what their opinions are is not fucking funny. And then you see them hot for a while. You see them hot for a little bit, like, oh, this one's at the Comedy Central, and oh, this one was put in that movie. Tyler Perry put that one in that movie. And like you said, no, Saint, once they get to the big leagues, it's like, oh, you can't really play. I thought you could play.
You know who that reminds me of? That Just Hilarious girl. I feel she put in no
she's
work
one of
at
them.
all.
She's one of them. Watch Jazzy is another one. Okay, the Watch Jazzy one that was now professing her love for her boyfriend Cam Newton. She's another one. Just Hilarious is one.
I feel like that about B. Simone. I worked with B. Simone on a movie. Yeah, baby.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
I know. I'm like, why are you here? You ever remember Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj when they were doing American Idol? Yes. And Nicki Minaj was doing her thing, and Mariah, like, trying to fuck with Mariah. Mariah looked at him and was like, why are you here?
Right.
Like, Why are you? It's like you just have to pause and ask. Like, why are you even? How did you even get here?
Right. And oh, mind you now, I didn't know who she was before that day. I found out, like, I met her that day for the first time. I didn't know that she
She's
had
terrible.
horrible.
That woman is terrible.
She's horrible. And on set, it was just like she was, oh my God. But she only got on there because of her followers at the time. And that's all she was talking about. Like from day one, like she literally first of all, she gets to set, hungover from the night before, late, right? So it's like the work ethic, the discipline, you know, all of that is not there because you don't
Who
pay
needs
dues.
that? Right.
You know, I mean, some of these people, when I started seeing that, I was like, oh my God, this is horrible.
George Cook, what's up, George? George said, "Hello, fam. Nice to see y'all tonight." He said, "Do you think it all started with Millie Vanilli?" No.
That's too
Oh, and
funny.
I just want to make a comment when you talk about Showtime at the Apollo. I say, you knew white people had to come up with the Gong Show, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Knock off.
They had to
Can
colonize
we
the
do it?
Apollo.
Can we do a gong show? Can we do a gong show, please? In America, let's have the American gong show.
Right. We got to do another talent show and like make sure we advertise it and have like the people that we know are talented.
I want to go back to that for sure. I so
Yeah.
want to do the block talent show. You just got to have thick skin because we're gonna be telling the whole truth up here. The TROOT, the truth will be told. So if you are so bold, yeah, we'll do it again. Definitely, we'll just advertise in advance.
I mean,
Matter of fact, what you know what we got to do to get motherfuckers up here? Scary as they are, we got to do like a cash prize. We'll do a cash prize.
Yeah, that's what it
Just,
has to be.
they're men. They're men. Just wear cleavage. It's the end of the story. That's it. You don't need to do much.
You
The
lost
guys
me,
will come up.
Kristen.
Wait, what?
You
He's
lost
just
me,
saying to
Kristen.
seduce them and then they'll come on up.
Yeah,
Like,
just seduce them.
Oh, that doesn't work. They still be scared because they'll hang in the chat. They still scared to come up and show their talent. You could rap,
Oh,
sing,
just
act.
say just say nigga. That's it. And you be
Oh
like
well, yeah,
this.
they'll.
You be like, sing for me, Negro. No, I'm
okay.
joking. I'm joking, fellas. Don't run away. I'm joking.
Okay.
Damn.
Brianne said, "Hey all, I just had my 7-week appointment, all checked out. Yay,
Let's
Yay.
go.
Brianne
I'm so
LaFay.
happy for her. She
Brianne
make
LaFay
you know how
coming
somebody
through.
makes you happy, and I'm
Yes,
happy because they're happy. That's her. I'm
yes.
happy because she's happy.
Brianne LaFay with our black baby. How are you, mama? For everybody just tuning in and don't know, Brianne LaFay had our first black baby, and this is the follow-up. Good to hear that you are healthy and good. Kisses to Bunny for us.
I know.
Vega versus Stu Breeze. I say nigga 3 times and I'll appear.
Up here. I love it.
We need people to appear and perform. Rappers, singers, actors. You do a monologue. You do poetry, or easy on the poetry because a lot of y'all long-winded with that poetry and it'd be boring as fuck.
They do.
It's
Just
called
saying.
spoken word.
Oh, I'm sorry. Spoken word. A lot of y'all, get some rest.
That's the grift. They be like this. I'm a rapper. Nah, I'm a poet. I do spoken word. I'm like, you don't shut the fuck up.
Do you
Right.
remember that guy? What's his? Is it Omari Hardwick? Is it from Power?
Oh yeah.
He used to do spoken word
Oh, the guy who played you.
way back.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I caught it one time on a video. I was like, "Oh, you were one of these guys." All right.
Yeah. I've gone to some of those.
Me too.
Like something to do. I just like live entertainment. I love artists.
Me too. I love it. But let me tell you, when they have 25 people on that showcase, I used to be like,
it's like that. Have you ever been to a drag ball, and they go on for 39 years? I think it's probably one going on from 1987 right now.
Are you serious?
Oh my God, them
They
drag
need to
balls.
cut it down. They need to cut it down. Like y'all gonna see 10 people tonight.
Don't child those
Not
drag balls.
155. I don't want to see 155 of anything. I don't care if you sing, rap, dance. There's too many. It's too many.
It is. It is. But
let them get their dreams out. They failed in life. So no, I'm joking, fellas. I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Tristan, you being mean.
You know what you're giving me today? It just hit me, Jen.
What?
You're giving me a Leah realness, especially on the TV.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait.
Who?
Chat, do you see it, chat?
Who's that?
Aaliyah realness.
Aaliyah, and I'm
He's
tan
giving
too.
Aaliyah realness today.
Oh, the singer
What
Aaliyah.
would you do?
Yeah.
That's her last name, Realness, or you just saying Realness?
I'm just saying realness.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Tristan,
I'm sorry. I'm like this. I'm like, Aaliyah
Tristan, what
Realness?
are you talking about today?
You,
Tristan bugging
you
out
need
today.
more queers in your life, Tristan.
Yes, you do. Yes,
Oh,
you do.
wait. You have no idea, right? So everybody knows I do engineer stuff, right? And the greatest thing that confused me was the top and bottom conversation I had with my sister.
Tristan?
I got it. Hold on.
Jesus, what did you do or not do? Somebody's like,
Right.
send.
That's a cuss out. That's a real cuss out. The follow up cuss out. To make sure you know you getting cussed
You
out.
didn't get those. You didn't get those milk and eggs. What happened, Tristan?
No. It's the notification thing got stuck. Like when you answer it, so it got stuck.
Okay.
But yeah,
What
like
is
I didn't know
what is
about the
going
top
on?
and bottom thing. That was like the hardest thing for me to figure out. I was like, "This what is the top and what is the bottom?" Then I found
Oh,
out the family.
Lily can help us. I want to know, Lily, what's the top
You
and
know what
what's the
I'm saying?
bottom?
I was like, "What?
And then you got to throw in a power bottom.
A power bottom.
A what?"
What's a power bottom? What's a power bottom?
Let's
You
wait
take
for
more?
Lily.
You take more?
It's
Oh,
a thing.
wait for Lily? Okay. I'll wait because I want the real story. I need the real story of my life before we get out of here. I needs to know.
There she is.
Lily,
Yes.
welcome back. Did you hear what we were asking?
About the tops and bottoms?
Yes, and then No Saint threw in the power bottom. I said, what's the power bottom? He said, wait for you. I said, okay.
Oh. Power bottom is a bonafide bottom.
This is when the block goes left. Here we go. You never know. You never know when the block is gonna go left.
Ooh, that power bottom child. That mean they can take them. They can take them down.
So what's top and bottom, and what's power bottom?
Okay, so top is a giver, bottom is the receiver.
Do they ever switch, or it's like, nope, I'm a top and that's that?
Verse, that's verse.
Verse
switches.
Verse switches. Okay.
Yeah. So there are people who are verse, like that's their thing.
Okay.
But then most verse people prefer one or the other, but they'll do something.
They're like
every now and then. And then power bottom, that's one that they're pretty much not satisfied unless it's and I'm gonna be honest with you. You want to know what's deep? The power bottoms are not who you think it is.
What isn't that the skinny? Isn't that the skinny people?
No.
So tell us.
It's the big strong men.
Uh-huh.
But I can see that though, because if you're a big strong man, you're gonna want some impact.
Yes.
Right?
They want
you want some friction, you want some impact, and that, a regular little dainty, somebody who's pounding you out, that ground and pound is gonna be more effective if you're, about it.
But those like big muscular, like real big brolic steroid ones, they usually power bottom.
Oh, so that football player must be a power bottom. I
Jen,
forgot that Memphis football player.
Jen, your sister-in-law's in the chat.
What?
Your sister-in-law's in the chat. You should pick up the hint when you see it.
My sister-in-law?
I'm trying to see which one is her. Is it with the S?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a sister-in-law. What are you talking about?
Oh, you didn't catch that, Jen?
I didn't. I swear I didn't.
The big ghost emoji. Oh my god. Yo, she is blind. Chet, this is why she has big ass glasses for no reason.
What? Syra Garan?
Oh my god. And she says, I knew she was yeah.
Who just got engaged?
She's so slow. She's
Who just
so
got
she's slow.
First of all, you completely threw me off, okay? Because I'm like, my sister-in-law. You really had me thinking about like, who sister-in-law. Good.
Yo,
How does
can you
Tristan know
imagine
my
she
sister-in-law?
doxed her? Can you imagine she doxed her sister by accident?
Right. It's like block.
Right, because I was like, oh, I thought somebody was getting froggy. I'm like, who's in the chat? Hi, sister-in-law. Good to meet you. Hopefully, we will meet in person, and we would love to have you up here. We would love to have you up here. If Tristan loves you, then so will we. Yeah, I was slow. I was like, what? Don, don't get cut. Don, don't get cut. Because you can
Okay.
get cut. You can
Delayed
get cut.
moment. It's just a delayed moment.
Right? I was like, wait a minute, who is it? Y'all could listen, y'all go get up off me, okay?
She channeled her inner Edith Bunker.
I sure did. I went blonde for 2 seconds.
Who
Went
is
blonde for
that?
2 seconds.
Edith Bunker?
Oh,
Tristan's young. He doesn't know who Edith Bunker is. He has no idea. No idea. Don want to get cut early on this. It ain't even Friday yet. Okay. Yes. So are we gonna do this talent show and really, really let people know whether they're good or not?
Oh yes.
All right. I'm gonna do a cash prize because people will be scared to come up. They will be scared.
I'll do the Simon Cowell.
And I'm not trying to
just to say it.
You think we need Simon Cowell with me up here,
Right.
Tristan?
But you're professional though.
Well, yeah, true.
Jen and Lily are the most professional people I've met because we have had some of the weirdest and the strangest people come up here, and these motherfuckers just smile. I'm like, oh, they trained.
Oh, we be texting back and forth.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. That's why I say behind the scenes. Oh, me and Lily be like, do you see this stupid motherfucker? Did he fucking say that shit? What a fucking flake. This fucking idiot.
I'm like,
Get him on. Right. I be telling Lily, I'm going to give him one more fucking comment and I'm kicking him through the block uprise. Lily be like, no, let him live. I'll be like, and this is what you see, Tristan. Okay.
Right. That's
exactly. I'll be looking at y'all. I'm like, yo, y'all not mad? I'm like y'all can't smile through that much stupid. I'm like, there's no way.
Right. Don Levon said 2000 and I'll show up. 2000 what? 2000 what?
I'm guessing you want $2,000.
No.
Come on, Don Levon. You can come up here. Your talent will be like gutting a pig or
right,
wringing a chicken's neck or something.
Look, Haran said he'll throw $100 into the cash prize for starters. That's good enough. $100 is more than enough. More than enough for someone to win the talent show because it's $100 that you ain't had. More than enough.
I'll throw in my attention. That's the max they gonna get.
Don said 2,000 kisses.
Yeah, I think, and then they can invite their people to support them for the show.
There you go. But are we gonna, Lily? Are we gonna do it like we're judging them, or are we gonna do it most votes?
Ooh.
Because we can judge them, but then it'll be up to the audience. I think that'll be good.
I like that too.
Right?
I like both. I like
both too because we are good at advising, like do this, do that, don't do that. But we'll leave it up to the audience. So we can start at 100, Haran. We'll start at $100.
And then that way the audience could be included because the block. This is their block too. So
right. Okay. So you think $100 is good?
Yeah, that's more than good.
That's good.
Like I'm not saying the other channels doing this. Like,
Okay. So that is what we'll do.
No, you know what we should do?
Okay.
I challenge y'all to a bake-off.
A bake-off? I don't bake from scratch though. That's probably Brianne.
I challenge all y'all.
I'm Betty Crocker and what's that?
I'm competitive.
I can cook from scratch. I don't bake from scratch. I don't make I don't do the flour with the.
Step up to the challenge, man. Out here making excuses.
Are you high, Tristan? Everybody in the chat is saying you high.
How?
They said you're smoking something.
The good smoke.
Listen.
Donovan say he'll make it $100. That's $200.
They better bang
See, I knew it. Brianne bakes from scratch. I'm not a scratch baker. I'm a scratch cook. I don't do the baking soda and sugar and the flour.
Yeah.
And I'm just like Betty Crocker. Open up the package, cut it open, make cake.
Yep.
Who's
Yep.
in love? Oh, Don Levine. Oh, Don Levine say you in love, Tristan. Don is in love too. He need to stop. Your nose wet and open as hell. The wood stupid. Who can bake whole cakes? Who can bake whole cakes?
That is so funny.
Mona Scott Young.
Right. Like damn, Mona. She knows she a damn.
Oh wait, Dawood. He said I opened a layaway with Jen. I owe another $50. Then y'all are done.
That is.
You did know it. He did. Because remember, I charge $100 if you want to talk to me for an hour. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Over video call, right?
Right.
And I had some people do it already. Thank you, gentlemen. It was fun. So Dawood did put $50 down on it.
I'm here for it.
Hey, I'll charge 10.
Or no thank you.
Yo, I will give $10 right now.
Well, look, no saying to talk to you for an hour for $10.
$10.
That's not a bad deal.
For Dawood, I will chip in for that man.
No, listen. Sometimes people want to talk. People want to talk,
Very
and
true.
I'm like, time is
That's
money.
very
Though.
true.
Time is
No,
money.
that's very true.
And I think it's a great idea.
Some people, and I'm a great person to talk to. I am an excellent person to talk to. I'm gonna start getting testimonials. Yes, I give dating advice, body advice, family advice. If you could call me and be like, my mother ain't shit, and here's why. We're gonna talk about your mother and what your accountability is and what you should do moving
So you're
forward.
like a therapist.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. I'm like the sexy bartender on Zoom.
I wonder if insurance covers that.
Right.
And
you could be
$25
eating
copay or something.
Yeah, like you could be eating or drinking. I'll be eating or drinking, chilling. I was drinking Starbucks last time, just talking. It's fun though. It's fun, and it's we're both getting what we want out of it because I like talking and feeling like I'm helping people, but I also like cash. Right. So it's like everybody wins. Everybody, and you got somebody to talk to for an hour who's listening.
That's right. That's right.
Right. No phones. I'm not like this. Yeah. So what happened? What your father tell you when you were 5?
And
your father hit you. Okay. Right?
It's not like all of that.
It's not a bad hour. It's not a bad hour.
I think it's great. I'm here for it.
Don Levine is selling services too. He'll hook you up how to hook up a mule to a plow for $75. We all got talents.
We all have talents.
If you want to know how to hook up a mule to a plow, there you go. You hit up Don Levine. What the hell? He said, I'll tell you how to start a fire without matches for $50. All of this is valuable.
It's
change
true.
Change a tire for $100. All of this is valuable.
During the pandemic, that's when I was just like going live and just showing them little random talents and stuff at mine. And I was discovering new talents. And I was like, okay, we're about to do this together.
That reminds me, I just made some oatmeal and I gotta post it.
Okay.
But I recorded myself the way I eat oatmeal every day.
Yeah, my bestie eats oatmeal every day, his special way. Yeah, every day.
Oh my God. So if you guys come out to Vegas together, I gotta make them my oatmeal.
Yes.
And we all like hang out at the crib together. I'm looking so forward to like cooking and hanging and
oh yeah. And he lives for you, so like yeah.
Oh.
And y'all gonna
So I especially gotta make them my oatmeal now. I got to do it.
Yes. I've been on this raw vegan diet since last week. Yeah.
How is it? Because I tried that before and I almost sent myself into cardiac arrest.
Yeah. Okay. So what's weird is, I didn't do it because I'm like, oh, I want to go vegan. It wasn't that. Just some type of weirdness came over me. You know, I wasn't feeling well last week, and it was just weird. My body just started craving that. It only wanted vegetables, and it does. And then it's like I don't even want cooked food. So it's just been fruits, vegetables, nuts, and that's it. And until my body says otherwise, that's what I'm gonna do. I
Oh,
mean,
that's so good. That's so good for you. Brienne, are you a raw vegan? Look what happened to me. Look what happened to me. I was on, see, I actually did it to like, man, what's this vegan shit? I could do it. Fuck that. I went to the supermarket, greens, protein, you know what I mean? The nuts, the veggies, the fruits. I was like, I could do this shit. Fuck to talk about being vegan. I'll be a fucking vegan. Lily, the second day, I felt like my organs were shutting down.
yeah, no, it can do that. That's why, that's why I don't think people should like always promote it for everybody, because I just don't feel like there's a one size fit all for everyone.
Really? And you have to like wean yourself in. You have to learn what you're eating and why. I've never felt my organs hurting. My organs were hurting on the
No,
inside.
I feel you.
Like my body was in shock. And I was just like, I'm just going to do green and protein and salad, and spinach and tomato. That's all I'm going to do. My body was like, what are you doing? You're talking to a woman that eats cookies and Oreos and cakes and pies. And you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? So my body was like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
So, but I love the idea. I would love to be, I'm gonna be completely 100. I would love to be a raw vegan, but I'm just too fucking lazy. I don't want to learn a new language. And
That's
being
that's
a
what I was gonna
vegan,
say. I was gonna say if
yeah.
they had vegan fast food restaurants, I might try it.
Right. I'm with you.
Right.
I'm with you because the
Yeah.
prep gets me. It's too
Yeah.
much prep, and I've gotta it's a whole lifestyle.
And it's
Yes.
expensive.
And it's expensive. And first of all, let me just keep it a buck with you. Like, you all don't like my life in general is the amount of stuff I do in general just to get ready doing like, and but it's my happy place. This is what I do. Just
Mhm.
like I think with those people who love the vegan and the raw, like that's what they do. So it's not so much work for them. But when people see me get ready and the things that I do on a daily basis, they're like, how the fuck do you do it? Like, because I want to do it. I like doing it and I enjoy doing it. But when it comes to that, I don't enjoy it that much. And I'm gonna be real with you. I eat for pleasure. I don't eat for nourishment.
Oh, me too. See, that's why I have like a cabinet full of garbage.
Me too. Yeah. But I mean, since I've been sick, it's changed. Now, I still have been doing my snacks at night, but I haven't been craving them as much as I usually do. But at nighttime, I become a whole pig. Like, it's
Yeah.
a whole other person comes out.
I eat for pleasure too. Like
Yeah.
and I'm indulgent. I'm like more whipped cream, more ice cream, more gravy, more
Yes.
fudge, more cookies. More. I'm like,
Yes. That's
mine.
me.
Yeah. And universe forbid I go to that cabinet and you done ate my last cookie. Oh
Oh,
man.
we're gonna have a
Man.
problem.
It's gonna
We're
be
gonna
a rough night in that house.
Yes, because Jen, if you like me, you've been thinking about the cookie all day. You knew when you was
And
going to eat
I
it,
put
what
a
time you was going to eat
specific
it.
listen,
And
and I have my little paper plate. I put a specific 5 cookies. It is even. There's
yes,
5 cookies on the plate. Okay, it is even. They put it in the microwave. Okay, 15 seconds. Zap it. Dip it in my milk. I'm like, I need my 5 cookies. So don't eat a cookie and then I have 4 because it's gonna be a problem. I need 5.
wow. Now, okay, Brienne, this is the part I'm
Y'all
always
greedy.
afraid. This is the part I'm always
We
afraid
are.
of, but I'm about to tell her this. Brienne says just do it for 1 week to reset. She said she did it for 2 months in college and lost 30 pounds. Now, that's the problem. I do not want to lose any weight. But what's funny is I've gained 8 pounds.
Just do vegan with butter. That's all.
Yeah, right. That's
Wait,
it. There we go.
wait,
Solve that problem.
does Brienne do the baking on her channel?
Brand, do you bake on your channel? That would be amazing.
Okay,
Because
Don, can you clear that up?
I got to study my competition.
Yeah,
Pigs are.
pigs are cool, but those hogs dangerous.
Now, is he talking about in general or eating wise?
I think he means in general. Like
Okay, I can get that in general.
the pigs are cute, but the hogs. He claims the hogs, but he couldn't leave me in the barn by the hogs to feed them because they would eat me.
I've always wanted a pet pig.
My cousin in Puerto
Until
Rico
it
had
get
a
big.
huge one, but a huge pet. It was so gross to me, but she loved that pig like it was a
Oh, they're
dog.
very smart.
Huge, but it died in the hurricane. She couldn't say where are you gonna put a pig that weighs like 300 pounds? Like, yeah, she had Porky couldn't swim.
Oh. Yeah, I want one. Like, they're very, very intelligent animals.
I just can't have something that I eat all the time.
Well, like a small one, I guess.
I have so many questions.
How do I feel owning a pig, Lily, and then eating a fucking bacon, egg, and cheese on a reg? Because I eat that on a regular.
Right. I'm like this.
Sorry. I can't even pick out. I'm not a big fan of shellfish or anything like that. But I'm not one of those people that they just go over to the tank and they're like, yeah, I want that one. I can't see something that was just breathing and moving on my plate.
Yeah, I am a big shellfish person, but I grew up in a place where we would go crabbing and bring the live crabs home.
Okay, so it was a lifestyle.
It was a lifestyle, yeah. It's kind of like Don Lavon with the farm and stuff like that. So I can get the logic behind it, because I can see it with crabs, but I can't see it with like pigs and turkeys, and because I'll get attached to the turkey and
right. And I told you the story about my daughter and the crabs. I told you the story.
Right.
She saw the shells in the garbage the next day. She was devastated.
Oh my God.
We talk about Don Lavon like he's literally right now wearing a plaid shirt, some Farmer John denim, and a hat.
You let us tell it. You let us tell it.
Like he got a wheat hanging out the side of his mouth. Like, what you lady doing later? That's how we talk about it.
Right.
Oh, there goes the wine glass. Now we talking, no saint.
On the last few minutes of the show too.
Oh, see Brianna LaFace popping over there. She said two vegan Thanksgiving videos, but have 2 videos to upload this week: vegan pie and chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, but speaking of vegan,
mm-hmm.
So have you heard of Slutty Vegan? It was originally in Atlanta. Okay, so they opened one here in Brooklyn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting on the park bench one day minding my business, or at least pretending to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm, on my phone, and this girl, she sits next to me, and she pulls out her food, right? She starts eating, and I'm smelling this burger, Jen. It had to smell like the best burger I have ever smelled in my entire life. So I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing, right? But I keep looking over at her, and she's tearing it up. I mean, she's just right. And I'm like, look, and so I'm like, damn, she's making me want a burger. But I was like, I don't want any red meat tonight. So then I was like, you know what? I can at least ask her where she got the burger from. So that when I'm ready to, have red meat again, I can go get that burger, because now I'm going to be thinking about wherever she got this burger from.
Right.
So I was like, excuse me. Hi. That burger you're eating, where did you get that from? She was like, Slutty Vegan. It's like, you got to be freaking kidding me. And so then, I mean, it smelled so good and it looked so good. And then a YouTuber, he said that he went to that same one in Brooklyn to go clown it. He was like, I was going to go just to clown it and be like, it can't make no burger vegan, blah, blah, blah. He said he had 2.
Wow. I mean, I believe they could get the taste together. I eat bison now, bison burgers.
You were saying that, yeah. You've been wanting me. I've been wanting to try one.
I can't go back to regular chopped meat after the bison burger, Lily. I can't go back.
Wow.
Bison burger's good.
Yeah, the meat is just it tastes like, oh, this is what a burger is supposed to taste like. And I've been eating regular burgers my entire life. I feel like I was cheating myself. I'm like, bison tastes like a burger. I was like, I can't go back to a regular chopped meat burger. I haven't had a burger.
I want to say something. You guys, you don't know what you're missing with shellfish, but there's a reason.
What? I'm a shellfish eater.
Oh, okay. She says she's not crazy about it. But
yeah.
The reason why the lobsters are in the tank and you have to choose them?
Because they want them fresh.
Well, yeah, because they don't last long if they're not fresh. Like if they're dead, they don't last long.
Well, with crabs,
I mean, do they decay? They decay quick?
Yeah.
Well, with crabs, you have to cook them alive because they release a poison when they die. You can't cook them dead.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about lobster, but yeah, you're right about the crabs as well. Yeah, and it's so mean when you poor little crabs just sitting there and
squealing.
I can't.
And I'm gonna tell you, I know people have a thing about veal. right? Because it's a baby cow. But I'm like, you're killing, right?
Yeah.
But I started making my nachos with
Is that what
veal.
veal is? A baby cow?
Yeah.
And that's
Veal?
why it's so tender.
They keep them in a box. They don't want to move or anything.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
Stop.
gonna tell you, I make my nachos with veal instead of like regular ground beef.
Mhm.
When I tell you it changed the entire game, oh my God, like changed the entire game. It tasted completely different. But yeah,
Yo,
it
y'all
is
good.
inhumane.
No, see, now I'm gonna be a veganist.
Let's not tell her how they make
But
the sausage.
but no, let's but you see the video, I think the one about I think I was watching a video yesterday about the Impossible Burger and how they make that taste so good and look so good and even bleed like real meat.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
The Impossible Burger is not bad.
No. No.
I heard those
Once
were
you-
bad.
Oh baby, I'm gonna send you that video. I saw that yesterday. When you see how the sausage is made, you listen. Red meat is way better than no damn Impossible. When I tell you the shit that they have to manufacture because it cooks like real meat, it tastes like real meat, it bleeds like real meat, it smells like real meat, but the chemicals and the magician and sorcery that they got to do to make it do all of that, it is horrible, like horrible.
Let's see. Well, I don't
So
eat
they're just gonna
sausage.
kill us with
Yeah,
anything now.
they
I
are.
don't eat sausage. I don't eat hot dogs. Don keep talking about he gonna take me on a date to 7-Eleven so he could give me some hot dogs. I don't eat
But it's
hot dogs.
Don Levon though. I mean, you have to take that date. It's him though. Like this is what the man street don't get. Certain men get certain privileges. It's Don Levon. You know he got your back in a normal setting.
That song, that name doesn't sound like that. Sounds way more refined than a 7-Eleven date. Don Levon.
Right, Don Levon.
Listen,
Girl,
you
who
know,
you saying
you
I'm
know
gonna
he's
date
gonna
Slowly.
take
Don
you on a good
Levon?
date, but just meet him at 7-Eleven. It's not a big deal.
I want to know how you even got the name Farm Boy. How'd you get a name like Don Levon?
Right.
That sounds like a designer
Right.
clothes. I'm drinking the Don Levon 1918.
Right.
Where'd you get Don Levon from? Somebody was fancy on that farm.
Oh yeah, because he said that's his real name.
I think that's his name.
He
I know
said it's
that's
his
his.
real name.
I want to know who named him Don Levon. Like in between tending to the hogs, somebody said, "Yeah, we'll name him Don Levon."
Right. Let's just put a little pizzazz on his farm.
He needs to open that. That sounds good. He needs to bottle his own wine. That would be good. Don Levon. I'm gonna go
Don
open a
Levon.
Don Levon.
Something could be bottled with that. Like that's sausage or something. Don Levon sausage or something.
His daddy named him Don
Probably because
Levon.
it sounds like Don Perignon or whatever.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, some Don Perignon to get us in the mood. Yeah, but I can't do the sausages. I don't like I don't like that they just stuff meat into a condom. I can't get it. Like when I
Come
saw the
on, you can't
machine.
eat my. What am I gonna have to do for my red beans and rice if you don't eat sausage?
No, Saint. I know you in New Orleans and y'all a whole different set of chefs down there.
Right.
That gumbo has everything but the kitchen sink in that bitch. It's like y'all like, give me a sock, give me a sock, give me a sock, give me a pen. You got a pen? Let's throw it in there. Bring me your glasses. Everything is in that bitch. Everything is it. It would be horrible for me because everywhere I go to eat, I have to rearrange what I'm eating. Everywhere. I'm an annoyingly picky eater. And I know it's annoying. I can admit it. I know
Right.
it's
Yeah, you get it.
We're gonna have to just tell you, okay, Jen, close your eyes, look at the spoonful, just stick it in her mouth, just enjoy. You don't have to look at it.
and I don't, oh my God, the fact that you guys take that mini lobster and break the ass off and suck the ass out of it.
No,
I can't get it.
it's the
Oh,
head.
that's not lobster.
It's
That's
the
the
head.
crawfish.
I know I said the
mini
mini
lobster.
the mini
mini
lobster.
lobster.
You're talking about the
Yeah.
head. They suck the head. Yeah.
That's fucking worse.
I love it. I love me some crawfish.
That's
But then
worse.
again, you all know I like to suck it on the head anyway. So it ain't.
Hey, it's almost Freaky Friday, honey.
Hey!
It's almost Freaky. We right there.
What was it, hour and a half?
No saints. So you take this little mini lobster. It looks like a bug.
They call them mud bugs.
It is a bug. It is.
Okay, so you take this mud bug and you crack the head off.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, I'm getting hungry.
They say it's called, there's t-shirts that says eat the head and suck the head, eat the tail.
Yes.
So then after you pop off the head,
God, that gumbo looks good, Tristan.
you pop off the head, then you put it in your mouth and you suck what out of there?
The juices.
It seems a lot of trouble for
What, crawfish?
Yeah, like is there meat in there when you suck?
Oh no, yeah. No, this juices. You're sucking the juice out. But like it is. Listen, if you're not proficient at doing it, it is work.
Right. That's
Okay.
like with me, with being from DC, Maryland. We eat crabs so much. I'm like quick. So, but when I introduce someone new to it, they're like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, poor baby.
So it's kind of like having like the skill, like putting a sunflower seed in your mouth, cracking it open, taking the little seed out, and then spitting out the seeds,
Yeah,
right? You
yeah.
have to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right,
you got a
right,
rhythm. Exactly. It's muscle memory. You got a rhythm with your muscle memory. Yep.
And then the crawfish, you pop it out, and when you're sucking the juices out, does the meat come out with it?
No.
If you know what you're doing now. I know how to do it. I know how to make with the crawfish and the crab. I know how to make the meat come out. But it's a way you crack it. You have to crack it.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. You're saying. Yeah. I'm talking about when you're sucking the head there. It's just juices.
Yeah.
And then like yeah, eat off newspaper, no saying.
You've been
You gotta
watching
eat it off the
videos.
newspaper because it's so messy and it's
I can't do it, no saying. I know I'm from the hood and shit, but I draw the line.
Trays too. They have like these plastic trays.
I draw the line.
No, we gotta do the newspaper.
I draw the line at newspaper dinner plates. I draw the line.
Yeah, we gotta do the newspaper because it's any other thing. It's just so.
Do you read the newspaper as you're eating?
We don't care what they talking about.
Maybe the sports section.
We don't care what they talking about. But what's so crazy is now I notice too when I go home, because I'll be home. Oh, I meant to tell you that too, Jen. I won't be on next Wednesday, I think, because I gotta go to DC.
Okay.
Death in the family. But
sorry.
But whenever I go home, my mother's always like, let's get some crabs, you know. So we already know what that's going to be, the newspaper, you know. But they don't sell newspapers like that anymore, and then they're like this thin now, so it's hard to find the paper that we need to.
Oh, that's true. Because that's becoming obsolete.
Yeah.
I guess you going.
I don't know what we're gonna do with it. But I do know.
Tarp.
Yeah, they're starting to like give like this long sheet of paper now.
Go to Home Depot.
We gonna figure it out to get these crabs.
It's funny because one of my friends from way back in the day, she used to eat crabs a lot. The regular crabs, you throw them in a pot with the beer and all that shit, right? And one time I messed her up because she was sitting like eating a crab, and I was like, "Ew, look at it though. It looks like a fucking roach. Like, how do you?" She got so mad at me. She was like, "I can't even fucking eat it now." I was like, "Why are you mad at me? You've been eating it this whole time. It looked like a bug."
It is a bug.
And you flap it open, and then there's yellow shit in there, and like it's just no. I can barely eat meat.
Yeah, but you know that's weird about me too. I don't like meat that much. Like I like the taste of it.
You do like meat.
Yeah, depending on the cut, you know.
Hit the like button for me if y'all just lurking. Hit that like. It helps, mama.
Yes, please do.
Deluxe said the Star Report sent me here. Buckle up, baby.
Right.
Buckle up, Deluxe. Yeah, I can't do that. And when I do eat meat, I need it to look the least possible that it came from an animal as possible.
I was gonna say the least.
I like mine has to be chopped, really, really chopped.
Yeah,
or
like
really,
it takes
really
me.
minced.
It takes me a long time to fry chicken because the way I clean chicken, it takes me a long fucking time. Like I leaned over the sink and I pull out all the veins and I pull out all the
Oh
fat.
my
By
God.
the time I'm done with a chicken thigh, it is just chicken. It's just meat. There
Oh
ain't no
my.
veins in there. Yeah, it takes me a while. No, saying it takes me a
That
fucking
is crazy.
while.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't even think about it, but like when you're eating chicken, if you don't, I don't think, oh, this was a chicken. I mean, sometimes I do, but I'm saying when I'm eating it, I'm not thinking, oh, this is a leg.
I do. That's why I can't eat it. I can only eat wings. I can't eat legs, thighs, breasts. I can't eat
Oh, I
that.
love breast. My
I
favorite.
can't stand. No. It's too
Jeez.
like chunks, like the chunks of meat.
E Scrabble say he eats that yellow shit and everything. I don't even know what that shit is when you open up a crab and there's them yellow. I don't even know what that shit
Cholesterol.
is.
That's fat.
One time I went to a restaurant and I ordered the beignet, right, the pork, whatever. And sometimes restaurants they do extra fancy shit. Why did they bring that fucking thing out with the femur attached? And I was like, is that a femur in my plate? I was like, I just lost my appetite. Then another time I went to a restaurant, I ordered paella. And you know what a paella is? It's the Spanish rice with all the shellfish
Yes.
in it. And I'm
Yes.
sitting there and
Yes.
I'm like, and my rice had a little lump in it. So I reach in and I pull out Lily an entire crab carcass. A whole
Okay.
carcass.
Yay.
No, Lily, no. I called the manager and it was a whole to do. I was like, I cannot do it. He was like, well, don't you know paella has a shelf? I didn't sign up for an entire crab carcass. I can't eat this, sir. I'm sorry, but I can't eat this. I can't.
So we won't be seeing you with an octopus in your mouth anytime soon.
Oh my
Oh my God, I
God.
love calamari.
I love
No.
calamari. Oh,
Yeah.
I love
It-
it.
And that's
It's
really, and you know what?
rubber. It's
But that's really what
rubber.
really sucks about that is like
Don't disrespect calamari, Jen. Okay.
It's
what
rubber.
really sucks about that is that how intelligent those things
Yes.
those and I feel bad about
Me
that.
too.
Wait, what's intelligent?
Oh, you know,
Octopuses.
octopus are like super like alien like intelligent. Like they are like
Yeah,
people
eating the little
that
geniuses of the sea.
yeah, that's why I feel bad because I'm like, this motherfucker's smarter than me.
Well,
Yeah.
I saw a video that was horrific. And this chef, this Asian chef was cooking a lobster. He was about to cook a lobster, but he was literally tearing it up while it was alive and
Yeah,
doing
and
it like nothing. Like it wasn't like the thing, the heart was beating and bleeding. He was like pulling it, slicing it, and the thing was still moving around, trying to get out of the thing, and his little suction cups were sticking to the side of the thing. He was pulling them back and chopping. It was horrible. I was like, you're not gonna tell me that you don't have a little tinge of psychopathy when you can do that to an animal that's trying to get away and survive and live. And you're like, oh, off with your arm and your head and pull your
yeah.
eyes out. And there has to be a little
Well, that's why
bit.
I eat it and I don't kill it. I don't.
I think that's me too. What I was saying, but I honestly, I think it's just conditioning, just being raised and this. Okay, because think about it. We're here in America, and the animals that we just all named are, what Americans eat. But then when you go over to Asia, they're doing that to TT.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. And I'm like, how dare you?
We have definitely sanitized it, because it's a cruel it's a cruel world out in nature in general.
No, I mean my grandma was like, y'all are soft. You know how we used to kill the chickens? You using knives. She said they used to grab the chicken in Puerto Rico by the fucking head and twist that motherfucker.
Wringing its neck.
Twist it until it popped off.
Yes.
I was like, no.
And then it runs around.
Yes. She was like, y'all are soft. Yeah. I was like,
That's
no.
not soft.
You want to hear something?
Grandma, we're not barbaric, okay?
Yeah.
No, grandma was like, she ain't had time for our
There's a video, and this is, I don't know if it was in the 50s, I think it was in black and white, where someone wrung a chicken's neck and it lost its head, but it was living for he was taking it around and he would feed it with a tube. He would feed it with a tube with vitamins or whatever with the tube.
No,
and
I saw that, Lily. I saw that recently. He took his head off and the thing lived 2 weeks, was it?
something like that.
And he took him around to shows, and the thing was living without its head.
Yes. But my son wanted to say that to let you guys know that when an octopus, like when the tentacles are still out and you put soy sauce on it, it'll start to move.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Really?
Yes, I've seen that. I've
Oh
seen that.
wow.
Yeah.
I'm
Did
gonna
you
have to
see
check that.
in Asia how they put that little baby octopus on the chopsticks and then they swallow it? And then the octopus
The thing
starts
comes
like,
back up.
yeah, it tries to come back up and come out of their throats and stuff. And some lady choked to death doing it. Good for her
Yes.
ass.
Yeah,
Because you
Wait,
shouldn't be
what?
eating things that are alive and fighting for its life.
right.
Sometimes you beat the
Especially when it's
octopus,
smarter than
sometimes the
you.
octopus beats you.
But doesn't that sound dangerous though? You're putting a live baby octopus in your throat like that. He can like spread out in your esophagus and be like, bitch, I got you now.
Right. Right. I mean, they're really intelligent. So he's like, bitch, you trying to eat me and kill me?
I'll show you. I'm going to stretch out.
Right. Like, it's like, what the world?
Thank you for the super chat, Don Levon. Don Levon says, when I first came to Cali, I thought that calamari was an Italian word for onion rings. Looks like an onion ring. Now, I can't get with the I don't like any food that's like rubbery and I'm chewing like, and I think calamari is chewy to me. It's chewy. So.
Yeah. I mean, and
Not
then
my thing.
it's got to be cooked correctly too, because it can't be too rubbery if a person doesn't know what they're doing.
You know what I do like though? I like scallops. I like those little discs.
Oh, I love scallops. Oh,
that's a nice texture in your mouth.
mm-hmm.
You know, speaking of how we're conditioned in the United States, especially as well in the United States, you wouldn't be able to, like, if you go overseas, Jen, when I was in Portugal, you order a fish and that head is still on.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate.
Even in Colombia.
Listen, no saying. I always say that. Bring me the fish without the head. I don't need to see his eyes.
Yeah.
I don't need to see his mouth. Don't take the head off. Take the tail off. Take the head and the tail off. Also, lobster. How people like, oh, let me get about this guy. Do not bring this guy to my. Don't bring this guy to my table.
Yo, why can't she not be funny? That's funny.
I will not want to eat it. I don't want to see. And the tentacles be on it. Is that what you call that shit? The fucking shits be all laid out on a plate like this and shit. No. Thank you for the super chat, Don Levon. Don Levon says the quote, running around like a chicken with his head cut off is a real thing. The fact that phrase came from that shit is just
right.
horrible.
You know what's hilarious? Jen is all sensitive about all the killing of the animals, but when she wake up tomorrow, she ain't give two fucks.
I'm not. I'm gonna have my fucking bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon,
Matter of
egg,
fact,
and
I'm gonna
cheese.
have one when I log off tonight. But I still have a heart, Tristan. I say kill the humans, save the animals. I still have a heart.
Yeah, because these humans, I'm just saying,
I
y'all
mean-
really be trying me.
with humans, the monarch butterflies aren't even safe. They're going downhill right now. They're losing habitat and
And you know, I love butterflies.
Don't butterflies live a month anyway? Is
Yeah,
that a fly or a butterfly? Doesn't butterfly?
I mean, but have y'all seen the whales or the dolphins?
My son said yes one day.
One day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait a minute. How long do butterflies live? 2 to 4 weeks or less.
Oh. Have you all been seeing those dolphins and whales jumping out of the ocean and just committing suicide recently?
What is happening?
Child, they sick of us too.
I just told my son fake news.
2 to 4 weeks. Oh, so beautiful, butterflies. Butterflies adorable.
I love butterflies.
Love
them. Love butterflies. Oh.
What was that thing I was like, some people, like when you look at a butterfly, right? You're thinking, you're going through all that trouble of the cocoon and all of that, right? To come out and die. And I'm like, because some people or some beings rather die with, you know what I mean, the wind on their wings and sun on their face than to be fucking crawling around forever, like a lot of you all. You crawl around for your entire life, right?
Right. Hence why I love butterflies so much, because I resonate with that. you know, just because of my life. Like I felt like I felt like a caterpillar, and then I remember, like, me and my bestie always talk about my cocoon years, and then I came out as a butterfly.
What are y'all building? What are y'all building back there? Somebody's
Right.
building something.
Sorry.
It sounds like major construction. Are you adding an east wing? No,
Right.
Saint Don Levon back there building a cabin.
You can do all that caterpillar you want, but you can be born like a hummingbird and just be beautiful your whole life.
Yeah, but then you won't know the difference. If you don't know contrast, you won't even know that you're beautiful.
How long
You know?
do hummingbirds
Tough
live?
problem.
Hummingbirds live 3 to 5 years.
I love hummingbirds too.
When
I lived in Georgia, I kept I used to make hummingbird feeders all the time when I lived in Georgia.
Lily, the hummingbird capital of the world is Colombia. I went up to see these and I'm telling you, there were so many. I got pictures. So many species of hummingbirds.
Send them to me.
Yes. So many
I want to
pictures.
see that.
I love hummingbirds. Like, they're so. I used to just sit on the porch. I used to make hummingbird feeders when I lived in Atlanta, and I used to just sit on the porch and just watch them. And they used to. Oh my God, it was the best. They used to,
and what's crazy, like, we only get maybe 3 different species in the United States.
Yeah.
But there were like hundreds of. I mean, I'm telling you, so many different hummingbirds. It was crazy.
They're so good. I used to see when my grandbaby used to be at the pool. They used to always come and visit him, and I used to tell them they coming to see you. And they used to always come and like do their little thing. I was like, they know where the innocence is.
They
the
do.
babies. You know how animals are. They know where the innocence is, and it's funny, right? Because I had a niece. She was like a little bad seed, and I was like, I'm gonna take her to the fucking zoo. If the monkeys get the yelling, I'm telling you, there's something wrong with her.
Right. Something wrong with her ass.
I was like, every time somebody in my family had a baby, I was like, we got to take them to the zoo, right?
Right.
See what the animals, the monkeys start jumping around.
I am big on that. That's I like, these animals will tell you the tea.
I'm that aunt. East Graph, I want to be a redwood tree. Have your ashes or get buried under one.
Mm-hmm.
The honeysuckle.
Let
me tell you
under one. You know how know redwoods are like thousands of years old.
Listen, if he was my friend and that was his wish, get him cremated and I'll sprinkle him over there. I will sprinkle him.
I'll tell you how you got to do this, though. You have to bury him under a pine cone and set a forest fire, because that's how new redwoods spring to life.
Really?
You're trying to get my ass locked up.
No, I just wanted to sprinkle
them. Pine cone, but that's how it's like they the fire. And what's amazing about redwoods is they're like disease resistant, fire resistant. The only thing that really kills redwoods is the weight eventually, and they fall over. That's it. That's why they're thousands of years old, and they never made good firewood, so nobody ever chopped them down.
Yeah, me and Bestie went to the redwood forest last year in San Francisco. Yes. And we had it was so beautiful. Oh my God.
I can imagine.
I would see the picture. We stood inside of one and we looked like we were like this. We were
this like thing was skyscraper.
Yes, it was so awesome. Oh my God, we gotta do that again.
Yeah. The redwood forest in Cali is amazing.
Yeah, Sequoia National Park too. I've been to Sequoia National Park as well.
Yeah. Just sprinkle them over there by little redwood. Sprinkle them. You know what's a horny little fucker? The little geckos. When I was in Hawaii, I was like, and they eat jam. Just for the record, they eat jam.
I would have never known this.
If you put like a little bottle cap with some jam in it, they all come running. They sneak up. They sneak up because they don't trust it. They don't trust you. But you leave it out there long enough, they all come licking. And you see their tiny little tongues licking the jam out the cap. But then, you sit there for a little while and I'm like, yo, all of y'all are fucking. Them geckos are horny little fuckers.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they all like stuck on each other. I'm like, no wonder there's a bajillion geckos out there constantly fucking them little horny fuckers.
Yeah, I used to get into it with the damn iguanas down in Miami. When because it was
jam.
Like damn iguanas everywhere. Like, oh my God, everywhere. And then if it's cold, they start falling out the trees, dying and falling out the trees.
I did not give them diabetes. They like the jam. They eat the jam.
Okay.
It's always a Puerto Rican doing some weird shit. Like you killing geckos and shit now.
Who would have
They
known that
ate
they
the
want jam?
jam. They
Who
want
would have
jam,
known?
Lily. And
Who
they're
would have known?
perfectly fine. They don't have diabetes today. They're perfectly fine. They're making gecko babies.
And
They
them
eat
gecko
jam.
babies got diabetes too.
Maybe it's a
That's
stimulant.
weird.
Maybe it's a form of Viagra in their town. I don't
I
know.
discovered something. Fellas, eat jam. Or rub it on your dick. It ain't even Friday
Ooh.
yet. It ain't even
Yo,
Friday
We
yet.
got a
See, I
whole
almost
yeah,
went there. I almost
what
went
is
there.
wrong with
an
you?
hour, 15 minutes. We can get freaky as fuck.
Okay, right? Like, right. Yeah. Freaky Friday, Freaky Friday. Oh my God, y'all got me laughing. Dude says, sprinkle me, lady. We'll sprinkle you over there. You want to go get sprinkled by the redwood? You get sprinkled. Oh, just really quickly for fun, because I do want to have a whole like death a streaming episode. There are these two women that I follow. They work at funerals. One of them does like embalming, blah
I know
blah,
that. I think I know that one.
and the other one is big on like giving your body back to the earth. But the
Yeah.
other one is big on embalming and shit like that. So I'm gonna ask her if she'll come talk to us about death
Oh,
and
wow,
shit.
that's exciting.
That'd be
I think I
Yeah,
good.
know who you're
I would
talking
love
about. Does she have like black hair?
her. I don't know if I mean, I'll reach out to that one, but she's mega popular. So
Yeah.
hopefully she'll cap. You talk about the one with the bangs.
Yes.
Ask a mortician.
Yes. Yes.
She
She's
talks
good.
like this all
Yes.
the
Oh
time.
yeah, I've seen her. Yeah.
You seen her, right?
Yeah. But I think that would be a good because a lot of people are afraid of
Yeah,
death.
they're so afraid of
And
death.
this is the thing about me. Like, I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid of suffering. I don't
Right.
fucking want to suffer.
Right.
Like
Correct.
that's my thing. Like, it's like with death, I look at it as a natural part of life,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
But you know,
That's
who
why I
wants-
block people, Lily. You gotta block people. Because
right?
we're all gonna die. So why spend yourself? But I'm gonna ask the other one, no saint, because I'll reach out to her, but she's if she catches my email, great. But I'm gonna reach out to the other one. And the other one I'm talking about, she's usually on her show.
Oh,
She
okay.
does the embalming and the makeup. She knows so much about like what happens in the funeral process. I want to be cremated.
Me
Anybody
too.
else? You want
Me
to be
too.
cremated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
I
like
used
your
to be
dad in some ways
against
in
it.
space.
I used to not want to be cremated because for some odd reason I thought the embalming, I thought like I could be dug up like thousands of years later and stuff. But then I found out that you start leaking and the coffin starts leaking, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of gross. Maybe I'll go.
I ain't trying to come back here.
Who the hell want to come
Who
back
wants to come
here?
back here?
Exactly.
And
Once
you
I'm
know,
out,
and
I'm
that's the
out.
thing when people be talking about like immortality and stuff, I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you want to stay here? This is a prison sentence. What are you talking about?
Steve says spooky. I love it. I'm gonna bring y'all this. I'm gonna bring y'all this episode. I promise you, I'm gonna bring y'all this episode.
You know, another thing is I think they'll one day, I don't know, maybe this is far off, but they may, you know, what if they're able to download your experiences and then upload
Oh,
them
they're
to
already
another.
working on that.
But the thing is, it still wouldn't be you, you know? It would just
No.
be
It'd be
somebody
just
else's.
like in the movies. It'd be just like
Yeah.
in the movies. One of them motherfuckers with no soul.
Right.
He's like, you're not gonna finish your dinner, honey? Then 5 minutes later,
Right. Exactly. Because it's sentient, so it's like, what if he don't get his way? We don't know how he gonna act when he don't get his way.
right.
You know? So it's
Yeah,
like
but no, I'm really gonna and I would love her to be up here because let me tell you something, honey. First of all, I vote for cremation, but after you watch, if you're into like, no, I want the funeral and the wake, and I want to be in the funeral home and all that. If you watch like the process of what happened, like what they do
Yes.
to your body, I think you will change your mind
That's
after you
what
see
changed
it.
my mind because I'm like, oh,
Really?
yeah. I'm like, oh, so wait, they suck your brains out. They, you know, or they take your eye, you know, it's like they sew your eyes shut. They show you, and I'm like, oh, and then they put something like I saw it on her show where they put something in here in your teeth, so you look more like. I'm like, oh well, never mind. I think I'll
No,
get cremated.
it's a fucking
And
project.
they
They
make sure
suck in
you can't come back from the zombie apocalypse.
They
Okay.
sucking the juice out your eyeball. They putting like fake things in to puff you up. They sewing
Yes,
your mouth shut. They sewing your
yes,
eyes shut. Then they gotta stuff some shit in your nose so worms don't come out just in case. Because sometimes that's happened at funerals where the fucking worms start coming
that's
out.
nuts.
And then they use that long ass straw and then they poking all the organs and sucking all the liquid out
lipo.
your
So
organs.
you get lipo. Hold on. So You wait till I gotta give me lipo?
Yes. And then some, but they lipo in your
So
organs,
I
and
was
then
like, well, there's no
it's back.
chance. They're ruining all my stuff. There's no chance.
Yeah,
There's no chance.
it is brutal. Okay,
And
but I'll
I
see. I'm
don't
gonna
know if
reach out to her,
that's
see if she comes.
I don't know if that's like I got used to seeing funerals and wakes because there's Catholics around here everywhere, but it's kind of creepy when you're
Well,
going
this
to
is the thing.
you're
I
looking
always
at somebody, you
I,
know.
I have a weird imagination. I always think weird since I was a kid. And I'm like, where are all the
You
cemeteries?
stare at their chest to see if they start breathing.
No,
Yes,
no, no, not
yes, yes.
not that. But I've always wondered where are all the cemeteries before a certain date. Have you ever noticed that?
What's that?
What you mean?
Like before, like you go past like a certain date, there's no cemeteries. Like where are the people buried? Because there's been people around way before us. There's been a lot.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
On I'm sure people getting buried over people,
Yeah.
over people,
Oh,
over
my
people.
apartment.
That's-
Oh, okay.
That's for company. That's for company. But yeah, Jen, it's so funny when especially when I was a kid. But you find yourself doing stuff when you were a kid. You find yourself still doing it. But when I was a kid, I'd be looking at like, oh, come on. I wonder if they're still alive, or are they gonna blink, or be sitting there watching the chest rise.
You like this?
Right.
No, it's pretty. It's a brutal process. The embalming and the preparing the body for the, for the way. And I'm like, I like just the memory of somebody. I don't want the
Yes.
last memory of somebody to be them in a box. It's just
Yeah.
my opinion. Because I'm
I'm
like,
with
they didn't
you.
live like that. They weren't in a. I don't want the last time I see them to be in a box. And I've been to too many funerals. Too
Or
many.
like that rapper that got murdered that had that wake at a club and they strung him up
Yeah,
like
the guy standing up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and
yeah.
It's big in Puerto Rico.
Oh, really?
The standing dead people, Lily, is
Okay.
big in Puerto Rico. Like it is, and it's very popular in Puerto
Yeah,
Rico.
Now I love how New Orleans does their
Yeah.
send-offs. I love their send-offs is more like how
Do they
it's my
dance with the
style.
coffin out there?
Yeah, like I want y'all to be dropping it like it's hot. Like I want y'all to be tour. Like this.
I like that idea.
Yeah, like I don't want because that's not if that's not how the person lived. If the person was a happy, vibrant, go lucky person, they don't want you all doom and gloom.
Steve
But
said the cemeteries are under your house.
Then that's what I said. I was like, hold on, this is here.
Well, in 1,000 years, they're gonna be burying people with the people we know are dead right now.
Hey, no lie,
Exactly.
the Superdome was built over a cemetery. That's why they said the Saints for so long were bad, never haunted or whatever.
Oh
But
my God.
yeah, there was also they do that like you said. I saw one that was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan somewhere in Pennsylvania where he was dressed in all his Pittsburgh and sitting up in a chair, and then one down here in New Orleans where this lady died and she was like at the card table or something like that, just with sunglasses on and a cigarette in her hand. It's crazy.
It's so terrible. They're putting people on motorcycles and cars. And I saw
too.
the ambulance guy sitting in because he was an EMS worker. He was in his ambulance sitting. It's wild shit.
That's creepy.
But the guy in the corner, the first one that creeped me out was the one in Puerto Rico. The guy in the corner, he's wearing brown, and he has a baseball cap and glasses. Like that one creeped me out for a while. And then there's another guy in Puerto Rico, and he's sitting down. He got a blunt in his hand, and they left his eyes open. He wanted his eyes open. So his eyes are open. He has glasses on, and he has like his legs crossed in a chair. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
So he had glasses on, like prescription or sunglasses?
They look like the glasses you're wearing.
Okay,
they weren't sunglasses, so you could see his eyes.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
His eyes were open.
Y'all not as freaked out by standing.
That's what he wanted.
Y'all not as freaked out by standing dead people as you think you are. You know why I know?
Why?
Because y'all say shit every time there's a State of a Union address. Y'all say nothing. Y'all just sit back and y'all let that happen. Y'all let this weekend at Bernie's motherfucker.
Yeah, that's
y'all
hilarious.
let them address us every single time. Y'all say nothing.
The corpse politicians.
Right.
Yeah, it was just and it's funny because I could do like some really creepy shit. I like, I have a morbid curiosity.
Me too.
But those things are just creepy. Like I'm like, don't be creepy. But I don't know. Necromancy. Is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it is? Necromancy.
Mm, is that what it's called?
What, to raise the dead?
Yeah, no, worms. Yeah, I said the lady that I watch on YouTube, she was like, they put stuff in your nose so like the worms don't like come out and shit. Depending on how far along the body is, like she said that's happened in the past where people are laying down and little worms are like, "Oh, who's out here? Hey, everybody!" Little worms come out and say hi.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I'm sure there's cemeteries built on cemeteries built on cemeteries built on cemeteries built on cemeteries. All right, guys, are we out of here? Because I need to go call my boyfriend.
You're so bad. And I'm gonna go. I keep saying I'm gonna start Swarm, but I'm supposed to start it tonight. So.
Oh, wait, what have you? Did you get through Sex Life yet?
Oh, I'm done. Loved it. Everything about it. It
Wait,
was
first season?
both.
You did.
I. And do you know how did you know? Do you know anything about me? Ask anyone about me. I'm not a binge watcher. I don't even watch TV. So for me to get through
Okay.
2 seasons that soon, like that fast, that is saying a lot.
Lily, isn't it wonderful?
It was so on point. It was everything that we talk about on here.
Everything that we talk about. Oh my gosh. Like,
Like,
that's like every topic we cover is in that show.
I mean, from the jump, how they just they get it. They get it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it told like that. It was so realistic. Because we know either we are those people, because I saw a little bit of both of us in those characters, and we see our friends, and the stuff that our friends tell us, the deep dark, like, it's like they put this one, like, because they got this perfect life and it looks great, and they got the picket fence and the 2.5 kids and the dog and the nice husband and all of that, and it looks great, but then it's just something missing, and it's not what. Once you get there, you realize, is this what it is? Like, I thought it was more. Or
and again, it's proof that women, we talk when we're dating, when we're having sex, we talk to our girlfriends know all. Okay.
Yes.
Keep trying to tell guys that women are very, very descriptive and vulgar, and we tell it to our girlfriends. You guys would never know.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna do Freaky Friday, of course. We'll have something juicy for you guys. I don't know what yet, so you gotta, hit subscribe and that notification bell and watch my community page. I usually throw it up there. But we'll have something sexy and juicy for you guys tomorrow, of course. And you guys can make requests if you want to. If there's a particular subject regarding sex life, body parts, anything, throw it on the block with Jen at Gmail. Okay, this is also your block. You guys can suggest topics that you're curious about, and we will dissect it and break it down with research and all that yummy stuff. So if you have an idea for a Freaky Friday, feel free. Yes, please follow Lily on that link that was just dropped in the chat. Do me that favor, y'all. Hit that link and hit subscribe and notification.
Yep, come on
and go
over.
in there and go on in there and throw some happy faces in the comment section, because it helps us in the algorithm. You don't have to leave a long story. You ain't even got to watch the video if you don't have time. Just throw a little happy face in the comment section. A little happy face or a thumbs up. We really, really, truly appreciate that. So if you go follow Lily, hit subscribe, notification, and just hit comments with a like or a happy face. It helps. Trust me, it helps. You probably think it doesn't. It helps. Okay, it keeps us in the algorithm.
Yep.
Yeah, they know we appreciate it. They know we love them. Yeah. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yeah, this show, you learned about all kinds of things. Learned about, octopus intelligence, different things about different animals.
Embalming.
Embalming. There's no limits on the block. There are no limits on the block.
Giving head.
Giving
right.
Wait, what?
head,
Sucking
Wait,
head.
what did I
eating
miss that?
power bottoms.
Power bottoms. Like it's
Right.
very
Rust-
educational here.
Very
We
educational.
do it all, baby.
Right.
We do it all. All right, guys. So come back for Freaky Friday. Tristan, you gonna take us out?
Yeah, I was talking to Jen's trainer.
Uh-oh.
My trainer.
No, yeah, but he was very nice.
Mhm.
Oh.
Reese
He
is
was very nice
nice.
to me. He gave me something, and he wanted me to tell Jen this because she was slacking these last few weeks.
I did Slack today, but not
So,
prior.
so put me on the big screen from Jen's trainer.
Where? Okay, I see Tristan is gonna take Don's cut because I was gonna cut Don, but I think I'm gonna cut Tristan.
I mean, I need the disability check, so please.
Okay, wait. Tristan, why isn't coming up? It's not coming up me the solo layout. What the fuck? That's weird. It's not letting me put you on a solo layout. What the fuck is
Mm-mm-mm.
going on? That's fucking weird. I don't like that. Hold on a minute. What is this shit? Nope, that's me.
Yo,
Hi
no saying. You ever
guys.
seen that one lady at Best Buy who doesn't asks all the technology questions but knows nothing about technology?
Oh, that's me. That's me. You should have seen. But I went to Best Buy to buy this chair, and I was talking to that guy for like a fucking hour.
That is so funny.
Yeah,
That's I
a
don't deny
chair?
it.
I don't
A
girl, I'm the same way.
chair?
I am
I don't
so
listen. I needed to know what was who and who was what and all of that.
No saying. You should have seen the conversation about the mic. I said, Jen, you just have to plug it in.
Oh, I
oh,
got it. I got it, Tristan. I got it.
I still haven't figured mine out.
There you go. I figured it out.
Okay. This is from Jen's trainer.
Oh my goodness.
Don't blame your distractions. Improve your focus.
Oh.
I love
Oh.
you all. Class dismissed.
Good
Thank
night.
you, Tristan. Good
Good
night.
night.
All right, everybody. If you're still here for any reason, please hit that like and subscribe and pull up tomorrow for Freaky Friday on the block, which happens to be some of your favorites day on the block. So see you mañana. Don't forget, after Freaky Friday, we usually have Sexy Saturday as well. If you have any suggestions on the block with Jen at Gmail, you may be thinking about something regarding sex or body parts that we have not covered. I'll listen to you, see if it's worth it. All right, guys, have a great night. Mama's hungry. I'm going to go eat.